What is up, guys? It is time to hopefully, I imagine it's not that much longer, finish the Ministry of Justice route to figure out who is killing all these people, who is doing all this, you know. I can't wait to find out. I hope y'all have been having a fantastic Sunday, and I hope things go smoothly. Let's see where. Okay, I almost forgot to plug in my controller there for a second. I think last time we were doing this, we had I feel like it'd be easier if I'm actually in game to figure out what exactly happened last. Yeah, so we were investigating the weapon used that killed the second oldest son, if I recall correctly, because we cleared her name on how she couldn't do it, which makes me very honestly suspicious of her. The fact that we've gone out of our way to clear her name twice, it feels like it's setting me up for something. Also, this guy has a lot of the same weapon. I don't know if they're different models, like how people collect nickels and how you have different like years and stuff like that. I don't know if he's doing that type of thing, but it looks like he just owns a lot of the same. No, never mind, they're different heights, and I believe actually, are those rifle or shotguns? I can't exactly tell. Like, it looks like some of them would have the, I don't know how else to word this. I think it's a, no, it's not a Remington, is it? The one with the pump from like World War II? I don't know. Either way, this is an investigation, right? Yeah, pretty much. I will say, I wish I can go back and look at the logs from before I was in here so I can get a better view. It's been like, I think 2 or 3 days. It shouldn't be making my mind blank as much as it is. If we continue the dialogue, I imagine I might continue, but this is an investigation, right? Yeah, that's right. Also, those are, he has a lot of weapons, jeez. I'm a little nervous. This is my first investigation. Technically, you did help us on figuring out the stuff in the greenhouse. Well, oh yeah, the greenhouse had the whole rotating thing, which I still think that's a huge leap that we took in terms of logic on how, oh, the only way the entrance makes sense is if the lighting system means the greenhouse rotates 180 degrees. And we just went with it. And just turns out it's right, but that was, I never would have thought of that. That was, I don't know if it's as massive a leap as I think it is, considering the name lighting system, but I think like controlling shading, like control shades, control blinders, have like metal come down and stuff to cover the greenhouse windows. Not, I'm gonna rotate the entrance 180 degrees. Is there anything different than it used to be? Not yet. Everything is the same. Oh, well, I'm assuming that means that everything's not gonna be. Is that a picture of a? I can't tell if like over here these straight lines are pictures of guns. I don't think so, but that would be kind of funny. I'm assuming this is where he spent most of his time alive. Well, alive with her, is in that bed. Now, he has a lot of weapons. What do you need all this many weapons for? What was he planning? All right, let's check his drawer. This desk drawer is a lot. I'm assuming I need to find something like a key. Where could the key be? I need to look for it. Oh, hi there. Bye. She looks like she has something to say. Maybe maybe snapping at her constantly will get her to talk. Just go up there and start doing some jazz hands or some snaps at her. It seems like she's looking around for anything that might be unusual. I thought I was supposed to snap at her, but I guess not. Let's check this globe. The Earth sure is round and vast. I want to snap at that to make sure that we can confirm that in this world, the Earth is in fact round and vast. An old picture. It's of a young woman, maybe his wife that passed. I kind of want to snap at this to see if I can figure out anything about this picture. Do you know this woman? Heard it was the master's late wife. She passed long before I started working here, so I've never met her. They got married before the master became successful. He was poor and it was hard on her. So to thank her, he was diligent with his work, yet despite his success at work, she passed. I don't think those two things are correlated. As, you know, Mizuno, I don't think that him having success at work means that she won't pass away. I think that's just gonna happen. Is that so? The woman in the photo is dressed fairly modestly. So he was frantically making money for her. Is she holding a gun, or is that just part of the shading? But his wife's death turned the means into the end, and he spun out of control. And that might have led to the illegal tobacco growing and smuggling. Okay, we're kind of making some massive jumps in logic again. You know, his wife died, therefore he started smuggling narcotics, smuggling drugs, selling, you know, running a cartel underground right in front of the mystery justice's eyes, became stupid, stinking rich. I guess wealthy, to be honest, with how much money he has. We're making some massive leaps there. This is the clock for the 166. They said days left. That doesn't add up with what we were told by Tekko on a conversation was 25 years ago, but yet it was 600 days. And yet only 500 would have passed if it is, in fact, days. And so something isn't adding up there. Unbelievable amount of guns. This must be the collection Yoichi mentioned. Let's snap at this, get some information about the collection. The revolver Suki tried to use in the Deringer from the trap were taken from here then. Yes, most likely. Only the master had interest in them. They scare me, so I stayed away too. So I didn't notice they were missing. Alright, so we've been able to snap without losing trust. However, we haven't gotten anything out of this. Alright, why does viewing the bed make me be able to look at these books over here? There are a lot of difficult books, many about economics, chemistry, and botany. I'm assuming that's what this is going to say. This book is The History of Sacrifices Part 2. Oh. Is this how we're going to learn what sacrifice... I mean, really learn a bit about sacrifices in the Tekko route, about how it kept the country afloat for our biodome that we live in. But is this how we're going to learn more about the sacrifices? Long ago, the country aiming to maintain global harmony, sacrifices have already been mentioned, but are these the sacrifices Miko was talking about? Are we going to find out about those as evidence? Sacrifices were made over a long period. Without the nourishment of sacrifices, the earth will rot and the sun will burn out. So I guess it is feeding off like souls or something. So I know they mentioned before that if you were murdered, your soul is taken and doesn't go back to the earth. However, if you die naturally or from disease and stuff like that, then your soul goes back into the earth. So maybe the nourishment sacrifices keep the earth going in a very literal sense. However, the earth will rot and the sun will burn out kind of makes me think differently. It makes me think more of Aztecian type of stuff. Devout followers would volunteer to be sacrifices for the world and the founder. Their ancestors had sacrificed themselves for the earth, so they too had to do the same. In other words, the country was built on mass sacrifice. Becoming a sacrifice was considered an honor in this society. The dead were honored and their bodies piled up at the city center. They were the world's cornerstones. This tradition continued for 30 years until the world stabilized. The bodies piled up to form a large human-shaped statue. That's what the statue is a collection of bodies? Or... okay, now I need to know if it's molded around it or if it was just inspiration from... in order to get... like, they got rid of the bodies and then built the statue for the same shape it was. Glory, honor, pride. The symbol of glory now towers the city, viewable everywhere. Shuten Order's followers hold the utmost respect to those who saved the world. Blessed be the Shuten Order. That's kind of crazy. The statue of glory is the ominous statue in Central Park, right? So it is made up of corpses of the sacrifices. How crazy is the Shuten Order? You're the one that led it, to be honest. Like, you're the one that did all this. Like, this is you. Miss Mizuno was a follower and I was the founder. Am I the crazy one who can't... Or am I the crazy one who can't comprehend it? You're the crazy one that both found it and now can't comprehend it. You're both, to be honest, which is kind of impressive considering the differences, like, here and all that. Also, I have no idea what my microphone is doing. It is kind of bouncing back and forth. I'm seeing it, like, kind of go up and down. And I don't know fully what it's doing. I think NVIDIA Broadcast is doing the thing it loves to do of just making sure that it doesn't work consistently while eating up about a good 2 gigabytes of my RAM. No, is it? No, my memory. My bad. It just loves eating it. So, Let me see if the audio is doing some weird stuff real quick. Let's go look at this. Well, let me listen myself. I can't fully tell, and so I hope it's not doing anything weird. But I will have to look at that later because it's just doing some weird, funky stuff. I'm bouncing up and down. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why NVIDIA broadcast wants to be very inconsistent, but we got to learn about sacrifices while that was happening. And that's all that matters. I'm assuming, okay, weird how you can click over here to get this monitor, but you can't get this monitor. No, you have to get this monitor. There's medical equipment left out. Kiyomasa must have used it. I'm gonna snap at this. Figure out more about the equipment. Kiyomasa used these, yes? Yes. But they weren't to treat anything. The only monitors, so they're just heart rate monitors and stuff like that, I'm guessing. Every night I use various functions to check and record his benchmark scores. Benchmark scores? I don't really get it, but maybe to determine the medical field? They were benchmarking him like he was a computer. They were running tests on him. They were planning to overclock him and everything. Alright, so let's go look at the bed. This must be where he slept. Am I gonna have to snap at this to figure this out? I'm assuming this is where he slept. According to Mr. Dome, on the day he passed, he was strong enough to walk all around the manor. That is kind of weird. Yes, I was very surprised too. He apparently used the medicine he had stashed away, but did you give it to him? No, I don't know anything about it. Dr. Shiratori said he didn't know either. Wait, say Mr.? No, I don't know why I said doctor, it's Mr. I tried to accompany him since I was worried, but he said it was unnecessary. He had been bedridden, but was suddenly able to walk alone. It was strange. I thought that maybe he had gotten better. But the next day, and I think about it, he was walking, as he was walking, he said some strange things. Things like, I can hear... What? Okay, that we need to take a... You didn't feel the need to say this sooner. You just decided to hide this information till now on him walking around in his last days saying, I could hear voices. Wake up. I could hear him. Wake up. Like, okay, this is... Mizuno, you really need to be telling me this before. It seemed like he was lying to himself, so I left him. Well, okay, you don't leave that alone. You hear a person saying, I hear voices, I need to wake up. You don't leave that person. Well, if it's a random stranger, you probably leave him alone because he might end up getting shanked. But if it's someone you know, someone you're close to, you might want to at least, if not, go up to him and help him. At least get a doctor or something, because that... You can't be doing all that. Could this be related to the strong side effects Domon mentioned? Okay, so we have not learned a single thing. Maybe... Let me click here. Okay, so yeah, just learn nothing from there. Maybe I just have to say... Maybe I just have to do the key thing here. That's the only thing I could figure. Evidence. Well, I have no evidence at all to use for this. Alright, can I please get the key? But, okay. Mizuno looks like she has something to say. Maybe snapping on Mizuno's piece will provide some help. Can I please get the information that you need? Seems like she's looking around for anything that might be unusual. Am I supposed to use her alibi for this or something? I guess that's the only thing I could figure if it keeps telling me to use it on, like, her piece. Alright, Mizuno's testimony. Details. That would have anything to do with the key, though. This wouldn't have anything to do with the key. So what does it mean I need to snap on her piece? There's nothing to snap on. I'm very confused now. Maybe snapping on Mizuno's piece will provide some help. Alright, let me check maybe this clock. Count to the end of the world. Is everyone that eager for the end of the world? This doesn't help me. None of this helps me. What am I supposed to do here? I'm kind of lost because I can't snap on her. Well, let's go maybe check the guns. So the collection stuff. Okay, nothing there. At least this music's nice. Maybe I need to try... Let me try the sacrifices stuff again. Oh, it's gonna just go over this. Are these the sacrifices? Time belt. Let me maybe do the difficult books and see if I find something out that way. There are also many about guns, trapping, hunting, the death penalty. Scary. Gun collecting appeared to be his hobby, but maybe this was too. He was just an avid reader. He liked reading. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go for it. I just have to use some Mizuno's like evidence here because there is nothing left I can think of. Because book, I guess I'll try Mizuno's alibi and see what happens. I'll just use both of Mizuno's things. Mr. Shimobe, I thought it might be out of place, so I didn't say anything, but the drawer isn't locked, it just sticks. I'm very confused on why I had to use her koi fish alibi to do this. Is that so? I'm sorry, I thought I'd get yelled at for speaking out of turn. How poorly she must have been treated up until now. Getting yelled at over everything is how you wither away light. That's just true. No, thank you for telling me. So how do we open it? The master will lift the desk up like this. You know, it might be one of those things that have a lock, kind of like some desks. They have the like right or left drawer lock until you open up the middle one, like a secret compartment. It might be intentional. Besides some help, very much so. I would have given up with that. Okay, that would have been a bit too much. Thank you. No, I apologize. I didn't say anything sooner. What are you talking about? I should have asked. All right, the contents then. Master Journal. This will maybe have some good piece of information in here. Maybe figure out what the voices were telling him. Also figure out why he's doing all this and trying to kill everyone in the household with his will. I wonder if it's okay to read it. You kind of, I think you need to for the case. It's for the investigation. That doctor came for that drug today too. He demands a lot despite being no help. The doctor's been trying to get me to say how I make the drug. He can never wrap his head around what's happening in that greenhouse. Is there more than tobacco going on in that greenhouse? That drug? Is it not the tobacco? Is there still some secret at the greenhouse? I can feel myself weakening to think I would get this frail. It's probably the drugs I made, but they've allowed me to achieve wealth. However, handing over that treasure to my sons after death is worrying. Is there any way I could change inheritance laws? I'll have to ask you. That is, I don't want to give my money to him. And so instead of donating it to someone else, I'm just going to change the inheritance laws as a whole. I was told changing the law wasn't possible, but he did suggest a will. I see that's a good idea. Now I can stop worrying. But what do you already think? I can never be grateful enough for her. What? The character tree is written on deep red. So we have red and now tree. And then I think it was like Eon at the end of one of them. I don't think I can look at the case right now. And so I really do think the retribution thing that Ray threw out at the very beginning was just actually what was being written. All right, well, that is a lot of evidence. Kiyomasa Kikuri's diary. It seems like he's worried about his son's inheriting his huge fortune. The letters try or tree are written in the deep red on the final page. I don't know which it is. I forgot. I know there's one, I think it's vowel, that's pronounced more like the sound of the letter than it is like the try. There's the I forgot which one in Japanese is that way. I believe it's either I or E or both, so I don't know if it's tree or try or whatever. What is this? Miss Mizuno, do you have any idea what this is? I'm not sure. It is the master's handwriting, but feels like it has some sort of grudge imbued in it. Maybe I did something to make him resent. I don't think it was you. He specifically mentioned his son. No, he only wrote gratitude when talking about you. Master. She must be flustered after seeing the disturbing page in Kiyomasa's diary. Kiyomasa probably wanted you to receive the inheritance, so be proud, accept it. I'll watch over you, so let's go together tomorrow together. Oh, I think I see his plan. I think he's, because he couldn't change inheritance laws, I think he's trying to kill his 3 sons. That way all the inheritance money goes to her, because he didn't want a single penny to go to the sons, pretty much. And because of inheritance laws, he couldn't do that. And so the simple solution is to just take care of her. Oh, Yoichi, please reconsider. What was that voice? It sounded like he came from the garden. Let's go see what's going on. Someone's probably getting stabbed. Or shot or something. Something's happening, and that's what matters. Well, into the courtyard we go. Well, back again, I guess, to the courtyard for, I think, the second time today. Well, not today as in our today. However, today as in the open this now? Is something the matter? Oh, the phony. I'm not phony. I've proven a lot of stuff at this point. I've done my due diligence. I've done my job. I feel like I've done well. Yoshi said he's staying in the greenhouse until 11 tomorrow and shut up in there because it's safe in the greenhouse. I mean, that's kind of fair. I'm not going to say I would do the same, but I probably would do the same. I suppose that is true. What are you talking about? If anything happened to him, all that inheritance would go to that foul woman? I couldn't stand that. I want you gone. Even if Mizuno is the killer, I still want you gone. That's how it is then. Stop, are you mad? If you commit a crime, the entire inheritance would be taken away. You're right. Thank you. That calmed me down. Anyway, I'm gonna wait patiently until tomorrow's meeting. I doubt that. I'm looking forward to it. Inheritance. You know what? I now believe you that you're just crazy and you're just a gold digger. Yoshi's locked up in the greenhouse. I hope nothing happens. The condition for receiving the inheritance is to survive until noon tomorrow. Then Mizuno might also be in danger. I'm gonna watch over Mizuno all night. I'm gonna help her. I'll keep watch outside your door for the night, so you try not to worry and get some sleep. I couldn't accept that. I don't want to be a burden. I'm just sitting in the hall for a few hours. Plus, the worst case scenario is you die, and I could have just done a few hours of work to keep you alive. I experienced far worse. Don't worry about me. Yeah, we did die and everything. Thank you. I'll take you up on your kindness then. Please watch over me. My prince. Yeah, she wants us. It's nothing. I wonder what her reaction is going to be if she finds out that we are also a girl. I wonder if she's in the Yuri. She does have a bunch of romance books. There could be. And I think there very much could be some Yuri novels in there. Night is quite long. And of course, whenever I'd like to have some of the top two, those two are gone. You could have brought like a couple of the books from her room and had something good to read, or at least from the library. Anyway, once tomorrow meeting ends, I can get back to the real problem. There shouldn't be any need to get caught up in this unrelated case at all. I don't have time for this. What am I doing here? You have a good reason to be here. Please watch over me. You volunteered to do it. Like, you volunteered to both solve the case. You volunteered to help her out. And you're going to be talking about, oh, I should be going away. And no, like, that's messed up. That's just really messed up if you just abandon her now. That made me happy. Maybe even my hollow self can be used to others. Oh yeah, she doesn't know about the Tekko route stuff and the amount of help that she gave, like, both Tekko and Ku there. I don't want to lose anything else. I'm gonna overcome tomorrow and get myself back. For sure. Totally. 100%. That's totally gonna happen, Ray. I love you, but part of me thinks that's not gonna sadly happen. 7 a.m. January 4th, 165. So I do think it is days. However, why did the clock reset 25 years ago when it was 660 something, and now it's 160 when it's supposed to be 25 years later? Unless that was a mistranslation thing. Did Ray fall asleep? Like, come on, Ray. Like, you cannot be doing all that. You cannot be falling asleep. Please don't tell me she fell asleep. Huh? Feel close when I was about to fall asleep. Considering how fast it went over to daytime, I do think she fell asleep. Come on, Ray. Right. Alright, piece of evidence. Throughout the night, Ray kept watch in front of Mizuno's room. I don't believe that. I do think she fell asleep. It's okay. I can stay up. Plus, the sun's starting to come up. Somebody. Help. Someone help. Was that Mr. Domon? Oh, okay. She's at least fine. That's all that matters to me. It was. Miss Mizuno. Thank God you're safe. I am fine. But was Mr. Domon just yelling something? Yeah, he was yelling for someone to come help. It came from the guy who wants... Oh, he's dead in the greenhouse. That dude's just dead in the greenhouse. I don't even need to see it. He's just dead. Mr. Domon, what's the matter? Mr. Detective, someone needs to help. It's Yoshi. He, or appears to be Yoshi, had collapsed in the green... Collapsed? It won't open. That's why I was checking with the ladder, and I saw the door seems to be locked. How can we get in there? Because the lighting stuff, it's not set, and the only other way to open it is manually. This hasn't happened before. Why would it now? We're gonna have to pry it open. Mr. Domon, do you have any tools that could help? if we get this between the doors, we're gonna use a gigantic hoe to pry that door open. We're gonna stick a hoe in that hole. All right. How did he die? Did he just collapse, or did he get shanked or shot, or what happened to him? All right, we're getting the autosave, so something definitely. Oh, that is not any of those. What the heck? Okay, no. That is a bit. That's a bit different than what I was expecting. Not gonna lie. I was expecting him to have been either poisoned, him to be shanked, him to be shot. I didn't expect him to be butchered. How many is this now? The shivering legs, the bone dry throat, the ringing like an alarm. It's a dead body. And now you're gonna get the Monokuma announcement that a body's been discovered. Once again, I lay eyes on a deceased person. Is it Yoshi? Yeah. Well, it was him. That can't. No, like, as much as I want to say it's not him, as much as I want to say that he should be fine or that there's a chance he could still be fine, no, that body, he's not coming back. The main thing I'm surprised at this point is that they didn't also remove his shins, because they removed everything else. The response was reasonable. At a glance, no one would have thought it was Yoshi Kikuri. The body was scattered around the foot of the goddess statue. Both arms were severed and the head had come clean off. It glared at me, laying in the middle of the greenhouse with a look of spite. What happened? Well, that's a good question. He certainly seems dead. What's the first hint that gave that part away? No, you don't need a doctor to tell you that. What's going on? Oh, it's on the sword of... There's blood on the sword of the statue. Did they use this? Did he kill himself or something? Well, no, because if he just did one clean cut, it wouldn't be just that sword. Was it bent to the side beforehand, or was it straight up? I forgot. It's alright, she'll recover in time. I'll see to her. Mr. Dumon, please carry her to the manor. Got it. You're gonna want Mr. Dumon to probably protect you, because she might come to kill you. Everyone, please get closer to the scene. Oh, no closer. Ray, are you ready? What? You're gonna investigate, correct? Oh, right. That is kind of our job. It's a little late to try to run from this now. If I give it now, is everything can be reduced to ash. I need to face this. I need to face the one behind the Kikuri family murders. Well, now I'm starting to think it's either the Kikuri is still alive and is doing it as kind of a, not a prank, but he heard voices and he decided to start stabbing and doing all this stuff. But on the other hand, part of me also thinks it's Mr. Domon at this point. I will assist you, of course, on this would be a slight mystery. Then let us begin, Mr. Great Detective. We have to be quick with it. The third inheritance meeting begins in just 3 hours. Nobody will be satisfied with this secession if the culprit is left on the loose. We have to find evidence and the one responsible before the meeting begins. It's time to start our investigation. I legitimately at a loss on who the culprit is, because Mizuno was in her room the entire time. Then she's kind of ruled out as well. And so I really don't even know who I could even begin accusing of in this case. Alright, let me see if I could try something with the microphone on why it's doing what it's doing. I'm gonna mute real quick. I'm gonna try to lower the gain and see if that does it. Alright, I think. If that doesn't work, then so be it. Then I'll just raise it back up a bit. Like, NVIDIA broadcast is just weird. If it wasn't good at doing it whenever it works, I'll take it. What do you got to say about this case? I seem to be having a hard time of it. Even the great detective tires, I suppose. Could you please help too? You're investigating in your own way. Well, from what I can tell, what's standing out is the console. There's another way out without being caught on camera, like Sukajiro did, right? Alright, it seems like NVIDIA broadcast is still doing it. I'm gonna turn it back up to where I know it should be, and then I'm gonna not be able to figure that out. Alright, shout out NVIDIA broadcast. Yoshi's body, what could be cause of death could have been? He might have been dead before all that happened, to be honest, and this is kind of a red herring and stuff like that. Examine the body's key, even if we find clues, we should investigate thoroughly. That goddess statue, there's something different, but there's blood on it, and I do think that it's tilted side. Something is on the ground next to the body. Who could it belong to? That door? And what under conditions does the door want to begin with? That's about it. Good luck with the rest. You just told me every piece of evidence, given I guess that's why he's here, just to help with that. Alright, let's check the, obviously, the big glaring thing. Whose, I guess, hand purse is this, or handbag? Oh, what could that be? Something of Yoshi's? Let's look inside. That, I don't think is his. I think, is that his wife's stuff? Lipstick with a broken cap, crap compacting some medicine, other cosmetics. Judging by the content, this belonged to a woman. Will I be able to... Wouldn't it be wrong just to assume that... Okay, that's not what I was going to say when it snapped. It'd be perfect fine if it belonged to a man. I suppose that was close. Don't hold me. The owner of this is the important detail. Can I get the snap on here? Okay, there we go. I'm glad that it didn't make me lose trust for saying, how can you assume it's a woman? I got a bad feeling about this. Could this be... Being that it's a murder scene, it would be difficult to assume this is unrelated. First, we need to figure out who it belonged to. Alright. A pouch found near Yoshi Kukuri's body, contents include cosmetic, capsule, pills, etc. A mirror shattered, and a lotion bottle is cracked. Most of the items are broken. So it seems like it kind of maybe fell from a height. Not fell, well, maybe fell from a height or got hurt if there was a struggle thing going on. It also broke. This is horrible. Both his arms and head have been severed. His legs are still intact, so I suppose it was not quite how I was, but... A dismembered body. I don't know if I need to snap on it. This game has taught me I need to just snap on everything, so I'm going to do it. Why dismember the body? Would it be make it easier to move, or maybe it would make it more difficult to identify? That is a quite good reasoning. It's rather refreshing. But neither of these seem to work for this case. Only the arms and head were severed. The body would still be heavy and hard to move. His face is intact, making him identifiable. We were able to tell it was Yoshi, right? We should assume this dismemberment was for some other reason? Maybe for like a grudge or something, or out of spite towards him, and maybe something like that. Perhaps we should leave that for now. How would that trust? Oh, you just said that's good. You can't be doing that to me. I got played. Alright. Let's go through these. A dismembered body. I can't help but think of that case. Yeah. Well, we assume this is unrelated to that case. How can you be so sure? The torso had been left behind. In that case, the culprit with the dismembered body took the torso for some reason. Well, to be fair, we kind of, I think, assuming Teko's telling the truth, we know the torso was taken because it has the code on our body that could pretty much control if the end of the world happens or not. With the ultimate power of God and all that. Why was just my torso taken? We do have the answer for that. Is that actually in keywords? Yeah. Following. Oh, never mind. Where is the torso thing? Where is it? Elimination code. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Anyway, I can't beam it now. I need to focus on the case. It was the same with Seizo and Shigeru, but this one's quite gruesome. The arms were both severed relatively close to the shoulders. I can't find any other visible trauma. Alright, well, maybe I need to do something about the visible trauma. Can't find any other visible trauma. Maybe get that as evidence or something. That's the only thing I could figure from that. No other visible trauma means he was dismembered alive. We can't be certain, but dismemberment very well could be the cause of death. He could have been poisoned, knocked out, and this is what happened to him. The cut on claws and ends of his arms are all parallel. They would appear to have been severed fairly quickly. Alright, the head and arms are severed. No other visible injuries are likely cut off while the victim is still alive. The area where the arms were cut and where the clothes the victim was wearing were cut are parallel to each other, suggesting the job was done quickly. And if I could talk to him again, is that something in the pocket of Yoshi's pants? Maybe so kind of check it for me. Oh, we were having to go back there. It doesn't seem to be anything here. Take a closer look. Okay, I'll just snap while taking a closer look. Oh, yeah. Oh, snap, there is. Wait, there is something small. What the heck? But see, this goes back to my whole he was drugged thing. This capsule pill appears to be empty. Capsules typically contain powdered drug, but could have already been taken out already or was about to be filled. Also, why would Yoshi have this to begin with? Quite the mystery. Alright, an empty medicine capsule is the other thing that we just got. And now, so that's the investigation here. I know that there is blood there. Greenhouse arm of a sword and shield. I only thought it was decoration up until now. Looking down the body, sword in hand. Yeah, the sword is what we need to investigate because it has blood, and I don't know if it was tilted sideways like that last time. The statue seems different from before. Yeah, that was blood. The iron sword is being held. Okay, so I was right remembering that. I don't know how I remember the sword was straight up. I didn't remember even the story going on for like a good 10 minutes. I remember how the statue looked, but I don't remember that. I really don't know how that worked. For some reason, it's being held horizontally. Upon closer with the blood, you needed a closer look for that? I thought that would be kind of... I thought that was kind of obvious. It's very much stained. It's almost a red sword. Why would there be... Could this be the weapon used to kill Yoshi? If all other possibilities are ruled out, however unlikely, what's left is the truth. Climb up there and see if we can take the sword. Okay. Even at my height, I can reach it, but I can't. It can't be separated from the statue. I see. So it's attached to the goddess's arm then. That's all then. Thank you for trying. I can't see a possible murder weapon other than this, but it does appear to be quite sharp for a mere decoration. Looking closer at this. Though the sword swung down, the side facing the ceiling has blood stains on it. Why would the edge facing the ceiling shouldn't be the other way around? Why? But I do think he was dropped on it. However, the question comes, was he dropped 3 different times? If that is, in fact, the case. The goddess statue's sword cannot be removed from the statue's right hand. There are bloodstains in the ceiling. It used to be vertical, but after Yoshi's death, it is somehow lowered horizontally. Alright, and then from here, I guess he mentioned the console, so let's go look at the console. The security camera. Maybe let's see someone coming, going from that. I doubt the culprit would be unaware of the camera, though. Let's check the footage anyway. Alright, there's him. That's when he came in and she was yelling, like, in front of us and Mizuno. Yoshi entered the greenhouse to protect himself. Miki tried to stop him. What happened? Across her making a scene. Her making a scene could have been intentional, to be fair, in order to make sure to try and get her off the case, get her evidence gone. She was seen in a greenhouse, known as seen entering into the body to discover, the same as when Sugajiro was killed. Now that part is kind of weird. There isn't anything shown after 4:30 p.m. So up into the crime, nobody entered or left the greenhouse. That is suspicious because that means... Did my controller disconnect? Because it was not letting me right trigger this, because I want to right trigger this. Alright. Is my game frozen? Can I not even... Did my game really freeze? It's not even frozen. I just can't do anything. Maybe if I do... Yeah, I can't do anything. Guess it's time for me to open and close this and hope I have an autosave because I cannot press anything right now. That's kind of neat. Oh well, have fun, I guess, with a quick black screen real quick. Cause I hope I have a save. I hope autosave is at least close to it. I imagine I still have to go over all the evidences again. However, I know what at least most of the evidences are, and I guess just don't talk to him like that. Yeah, like make sure I do the snapping the first time, I guess. Low game, autosave, 409. I think I lost actually a bit of time, didn't I? Alright, so I need to skip all this. Because we already did all this. Yada yada yada. She faints. Bring out. Talk. Start investigation. Alright, and so do this. Grab this purse. Alright. That's not, I think, what I did last time. No. Actually, no, I think it was that. Snap. And then I can just skip all this. Having to go... Once I get all the evidence I had beforehand, I'm going to save just in case that happens again. Alright, do this. Can't help but think of that case. Can't find another visible trauma. This was important. And then we have to check his pockets. We have to run through his pockets, take his stuff. We have to steal his stuff. Take a closer look. And we snap again. We're ADD-ing this run now. Like, we're speed running this. I wonder if there is Shuten Order speed runs, to be honest, at this point. And then I went over here. Alright. Oh, I needed to do the sword thing. Alright. I'm not even gonna read. I don't even gotta read the whole sentence. I just know to snap. I have that much detective intuition. And I believe that was 57. I think that's where we're at last time. Let me save this time. Okay, so now let's try the console. Then we get this piece of evidence. Alright. Oh, am I not? I got it again. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to snap on this or not, or something, because I just got it again. I don't know if I was just not supposed to snap after 4:30, but it happened again. That is neat. So I now at least made a save this time. I thought ahead. I did think ahead this time, which I'm glad I did, because I figured it was either if you replay it, there's an issue, or if you try and snap on it. It's like that statement was originally supposed to be snappable, but it's actually not. So now let's try this again. Let's try to investigate the security camera a third time. All right, so don't snap on 4:30. Don't even press it. All right. Do I snap on this? Okay. So I can snap on this, or wait, maybe not. If the lighting system was on, the greenhouse rotated with Kazuchiro, then someone could have gotten in without showing up on the security. Okay, that answered my security camera question. Seeing that diagram again that I had last time, it's in the decontamination arc. Okay, that's how you'd be able to enter and exit. Can we see the lighting system logs from this console? Sure does appear to be a lighting system log option on the screen, but in order to check it, we need the password only the administrator would know. Oh, for some reason the log is accessible. It would appear that someone used the password to put in administrator mode. It's quite an opportunity. Let's check the logs. Start 640, end at 650, autocorrect. Oh, so there is autocorrect. It will just autocorrect itself. System start 130 and 140, autocorrect 210 and 220. The log from the third must have been when Sugajiro moved it. Also appeared to have been rotated at 1:30 last night. Why would it turn on in the middle of the night? And the console can only be operated from the inside, so it appears Yoshi rotating the greenhouse for some reason. Maybe tried to leave without anyone noticing like Sugajiro did. Perhaps he was letting someone in. In other words, the culprit. Based off yesterday's events, I doubt he would let just anyone in. He was pretty worked up. Maybe the lighting system was used for something other than entering or leaving. Maybe it had something to do with the drug that the Kukiguri in his journal was talking about. Can't imagine it was used for typical lighting in the middle of the night. There's still some secret with the greenhouse. Alright. The log shows the greenhouse was rotated early in the day of the incident. I'm not going to go over those times again. Alright. Now that I did that, let me just make sure to save. Now that I got all that, let me just make sure in case it happens once more, we don't get bugged out. When Mizuno and I came over after hearing Domon, this door was locked from the inside and couldn't be opened. So we had to pry it open. We only found the body within the culprit was never seen. There are no exits other than this door. That's what I'm questioning. Could there be some type of hidden exit? No, that can't be it. I found out after painstakingly investigating yesterday. There was something always going on. Like, there was something going on. Alright. This also needs to be... It's automatic door, wouldn't it? Or would it be... It wouldn't be because of the lighting system. Automatic door. This isn't relevant. How in the world did culprit kill Yoshi to make their way out of this room? Oh, you cannot make that what the evidence is supposed to be. The way that worded. Ew, you're tricking me here. Well, I now know it has to be the lighting system log. But why would that mean it would still be locked? Like, it shouldn't have been locked now still. But why was the door still shut in the first place? Would it be because the lighting system was activated? But the lighting system would automatically shut off and rotate the greenhouse back. But there must be another reason for the auto door staying on lock. After all, it's not a perfectly sealed room. From the inside, one could exit by turning the manual handle. There might be some secret to the greenhouse. When the body was discovered, the door is locked from the inside, and the automatic door is the only way in or out. Why was the door locked when the body was found? The lighting system should automatically deactivate, return the greenhouse to normal. Oh, we're already done with the greenhouse? I know they said we were supposed to be a secret still, but I guess we're just not going to figure out that secret right now. The time for a meeting is getting close. Have I checked everywhere possible? No, my work's not finished yet. The darkest place, truly under the candlestick. Why don't you check the back of the statue's base? Back of the base? Alright, that's unfair. That was there the entire... There is a secret and everything. I was right this entire time, and it was just out of camera view. This wasn't here yesterday. There truly was a secret. I just lost trust because they just told me that. Man, you can't be doing this. I didn't notice a hollowed area in the base when I was tapping on it yesterday. It was like covered in special material to keep it well hidden, so there must be something they really don't want to be seen then. It's exciting, isn't it? The ladder seems to lead on the ground. Let's go look. Wait a moment. The culprit could be waiting for us in there, and that's why you're going in first. I mean, we already died, so there's no need to worry if my suspicions are correct. The culprit is already gone. Really? Would it be safe? Can I go down now? Snap while you go down. There's no time for second guessing. Let's go. Alright, I got evidence. The secret entrance opens behind the base of the goddess statue, cleverly hidden to avoid easy detection. I wonder if it's a secret exit or more of just a secret place underground. What the heck? Yeah, WoW is right. What is this place? Could there be such an obviously suspicious place under that greenhouse? From what I can tell, it's some sort of secret research lab. This gets more and more exciting, doesn't it? What do you think this place is? Check those machines. We may discover something. This is weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on here. Alright, here is something on the floor. Just a note. What does this note say? There's something written on the back of it. Oh, more characters? Scarlet writing. It's the same as the one in the journal. I think there's distinct handwriting somewhere. It's the same as Kiyomasa's journal. It looks like it says boo. So yeah, retribution is, I imagine, what it says at this point. You know, like they just threw out a bunch of words at the beginning of what could Eon mean, and one of the words was retribution. I think it was supposed to hide it in plain sight for us. That's where I'm going to go with. Piece of paper found in the laboratory beneath the greenhouse. The letters boo are written in red. The handwriting matching Kiyomasa's diary. So he did write that himself. Alright, and that's the letter we got here. What the heck is it? This is just... There aren't any machines I'm familiar with. I can see some eerily colored liquid in the glass container. This must be a machine for making pharmaceutical, the main machine for drug production. The screen's displaying an error. The attempted production failed, it would seem. So maybe... I don't think any of these would help with that evidence, but I do need to go back to that soon. Alright, let's go look maybe at the medicine stuff. There's a microscope. I don't have any memory of using one, but it seems nostalgic. The walls are filled with grass and chemical formulas. Just looking at these make my head hurt. You cannot look at the PowerPoint graphs. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, my boat, zigzag, ship's cork, scotch, baccarum, Selma's chanting some sort of spell. Yeah. Just sound like he was starting to talk about chemicals and he's like, I need scotch. What's it supposed to be? A cross-section diagram in the basement lab? Judging from the diagram, there seems to be even a larger void underneath it. This depth is 2,000 meters underground. I'm gonna snap at this. 2,000 meters underground? Is that shocking? The deepest hole dug by humanity was said to be around 12,200. Alright, then depth of the hole. Isn't there something more important to pay attention? Oh, I lost trust for saying, man, this is a large hole. Oh, don't you know that the largest hole is this? That's what made you lose trust in me? I see, so that's it then. Looking at the way to open the secret entrance, it's actually the base is illustrated here. Oh, I butchered saying that. Look, the way to open the secret entrance on the statue base is illustrated here. Let's get that. Let's figure out what we're supposed to do to open it. First, there's locking the greenhouse. Then there's lowering the statue's sword. Oh, I got it. So that's how the lighting system activated. What do you mean? I was wondering why the lighting system would be on in the middle of the night. If that's on, the auto door locks. So it needed to be on to enter this underground lab. Right, I see. So, on top of locking the greenhouse, lowering the sword, that sword acts as the lever switch then. Probably, who would have lowered the sword? Probably Yoshi. The question is, who tried to come down here and what for? I imagine both brothers tried to come down here. The question definitely is what? Wall posters, instruction to open the laboratory entrance, lock the greenhouse, lower... Yeah. We just went through those dialogues. And then, just in case, I need to make sure, I gotta save again, just in case I have some more dialogue break something. Have a look at this. The details for what's being produced here are listed. This is a huge breakthrough. What are they making? Special chemical agent using nicotine as a major component. Maybe I'm supposed to snap on nicotine for some reason. I know what nicotine is. It's in cigarettes. Nicotine. The stimulant found in tobacco. So special pharmaceuticals are here using the tobacco as the base. Special pharmaceuticals. Most likely virus. It's an illegal narcotic that's been circulating amongst the heretics. Recently, highly refined liquid narcotic called virus has become more mainstream. Oh, so they were just Heisenberging this up. They just had an underground lab right next to Los Pollos Hermanos. That's the drug that's become pretty popular with the heretics. Why is this? That's a weird scene. Right? To them, it's some sort of ritual item required to get closer to their god. Fire is supposed to sharpen the body senses, make you what? Oh, so it's their version of have you done ketamine? That got ours, of course. For us, it's got. I'm not saying I'm not tempting fate like that. I'm not saying those words. Never toying with our fate, starts civilization, only destroy it, not even the oceans, only something that ruins the order of nature. Shuten Order roses separate us. What's wrong? Is this not interesting to the liberal? To the liberal? Is this not interesting to the liberal? No, the heretics still believe. They pray that the power may manifest between them. Virus is a shortcut for that. So it is just ketamine, it sounds like. Heresy? It's a pointless question. The Shuten Order. Thus, do those believe in are also the enemy. I mean, they're killing though. Are these people heretic worshippers? I don't think that's for worship, it's simply an art piece. I hear men enjoy collecting stone statues from ancient mythology. I don't think it's particularly tasteful practice, but then what's this divine power been riling up? According to the one scientist, Dr. I forgot her name. Dr. It started with an EZ. It's not Izuko or Izuko or what? I forgot what it is. Honest, the person that Ku turned out to be. She said the power was hacking. Part of me doubts that, but there's a lot of evidence I think that also supports it. But if he's in the enemy, it's strange that his trial is a Shuten Order ritual. You're quite pale. You can rest if you don't feel well. No, I'm okay. I'm not. You're pushing yourself, but don't knock over any of these drugs. But being here produced isn't the virus that's being sold. It's undiluted. The 100% pure virus is extremely poisonous. If taken, you'll die long before getting any closer. That might be what knocked him out cold, and that might be. Oh, he might have used virus before he died. Not the murder case, but Kikuri originally when he was hearing voice and stuff. He might have taken the 100% pure before dying. To think this was the rumored virus plan. I finally found it. That might be why he also wanted to come down here and do all this stuff, is secretly wanted to investigate all this virus, tobacco, and just this was a convenient excuse. According to the files, virus is being refined in the greenhouse underground. Beneath the greenhouse, the liquid is a raw form of virus that's going around the market. The 100% pure virus concentrate is extremely toxic. And so here, let me look at the ladder. The ladder leading back to the greenhouse. Can't leave until the investigation's over. Did I look at this shelf? There's something about zero gravity. I'm interested in the zero gravity stuff. Let's see, zero gravity is the absence of gravity. Gravity produced by starter planets can be confirmed from great distances. Typically it's observed in space. Even when gravity is present, when free fall, zero gravity feeling is produced. Pretty sure there's actually a Tom Scott video of them doing that, messing with the G-forces to make it feel like zero gravity will end up playing on Earth. I'm pretty sure there is one. If I remember right, it was also really cool. Gravity and inertia cancel each other out to you. Yeah, it's just put on the Tom Scott video on the monitor. All right, and so let's go here and see machine for making pharmaceuticals, and that would be the laboratory files. And so this would be the virus, or a virus. I don't know if we would call it the virus or just a virus, or I don't know what it would probably be called. Could be the machine mentioned the file that makes virus. I think that's exactly right. Checking the log, chemicals okay, production process okay. However, it seems that the final step extraction failed within an hour. Virus was successfully produced, but it failed since it was never taken out. It would appear so. What a waste, huh? No, it's nothing. He wants to do 100% pure virus. That's what he wants. Chemical machine for refining the drug virus. An error is displayed on the monitor. The last step removed within 1 hour failed, so the refining process was unsuccessful. An investigation. Shouldn't it be meeting time? Yeah, well, it's almost time. Shall we head back to the manor? What do you think, great detective? Have you cracked the Kikuri murders? No, not yet. Of course, the world goes on even if you don't solve it. I'll check if the world went on after the final act despite being thought eternal. But I suppose only time will tell. Oh, he might know. What? We can speak on that matter once this case is dealt with. I think he knows. I think he knows something's up. Because the way he said, we'll figure out if actually eternal, because I think he knows that we're doing some type of trial and that we are the founder, and that's why he trusted it. He's not dumb. Him and Teko are very, very smart. Alright, let me do this real quick just in case I get another issue. I'm gonna head off to prepare for the inheritance meeting. Feel free to continue if you still have things you'd like to check. Sure. You may think differently, but I do like the truth. It's like remembering a dream long given up. Anyway, I have high hopes for you. And he scurries off. Or I guess slides off is the more right way to say it. It's already past 10. The meeting's at 11. I don't have much time left. The only thing left for me to do is ask around. Now, who to ask? I thought I was going to start getting like the Danganronpa V3 Chapter 6 like pop-up timer up here where I have like a certain amount of days to like do all this. Alright, so I guess the first place. Alright, stairs to the jetty. What are y'all doing here? The angels are on the stairs to the jetty. Where have y'all been? You there, aren't you? What's wrong? What are you all worried about? There's something I'd like to ask you both. Ask already? Okay, asking this question, what is God, is such a... That is a very, very deep question just to spring on someone out of the blue. Like this, that is a... There's a lot of debate. There's been a lot of wars fought over this. It is... There's a lot going on with that question. That is a... There's a load of questions and there's this. Yeah, God is God. Do you really need any further explanation? You trying to bring me back? Or is it some sort of devilish form like the heathen idols? And if he is, what then? What? So then he really is. Calm down, God. Just looks just as you members do. Created you in his image. Like going by looks alone, I doubt you'd be able to tell if he was walking among you. And I feel like I'm understanding less and less. You don't have time for ridiculous doubts. Whether what's trying to bring you back, if you fail tomorrow, you'll be ash. Why is that part of our investigation? I don't think that helps. Is it true that I'm really the founder of Shuten Order? Are you really asking that? You saw a video of yourself doing it, and unless this is just one big gaslighting thing that the entire Order and the angels are all doing on you. You still think that's not you even after seeing that? It could be, if we're seeing them and they're all in our head and everything, we could be made to see it. Like, it could be a trick on our mind to make us see the founder as us, and it wasn't actually ever us. But then that would not match up with what Teko says, so I don't know. What's his reason for this? It's a lie that God's trial is a Shuten Order trial, isn't it? Since he's an enemy to the Order. Remind me, it has to be some sort of front. What is he trying to do? Flinch. We're talking about here. We are trying to help you. I don't need you to just tell me the truth. Why? Why do I need to be brought back? To stop the end of the world, right? Your guidance, humanity will end. This is the truth. That's why I need to be revived as a town. If it's to save mankind, you should do whatever it takes, even heretic rituals. But that doesn't even make any sense. The Shuten Order isn't to bring about the end of the world, right? Bringing me back to stop the end, then that would be against the Order. Am I supposed to betray the Order then? You just need to do what you believe to be right. Believe to be right? Let me ask you this. Do you seek the destruction of the world? Do you wish for humanity to be wiped out? Well, that is what the Order wants. That's what I wanted, right? I'm asking you, not the founder of Shuten Order, you. If you feel like you're going down the wrong path, then you can give up here. But if what you're feeling doing is right, you don't have time to doubt. You must keep moving. Oh, so I think this is a... I'm starting to think this trial could be a way to, like... It's another name for trying to not convert you, but make you change your ways to keep humanity going. Great. I really love that about you. But when this is all over, you're going to tell me everything and what you are and what I am. Yeah, of course. For that too, then, it would be best to focus on the task at hand, right? I'll give you some hot info. Hot info. The third son was the first to die, right? Well, it's all over the body. And guess what? The cause of death wasn't the stab wound to the stomach. He was electrocuted? Oh, and that would be... That would maybe why the wires were severed on the bridge and why it was all wrapped around the knife. How do you get electrocuted on a boat? Great detective needs to take over from here. Go on with it then. Oh, well, bye. Bye, too. And they're gone. But I think that Caesar died from electrocution. The cause of size of death was confirmed by electrocution. How was he electrocuted on a boat? And so I'm guessing that does have to do with the bridge wire or bridge. If he was in the water when the bridge collapsed and there was wires on that bridge, it would shock the water and kill him. That's what I'm thinking. However, we can't really investigate that. I guess go to the Great Hall and ask him about it. That's all I could figure. I've only just part of that. Something happened about virus. I'd like to hear more about virus if you tell me anything. I'd like to not tell you any. I'd like to tell you more, but I'm not exactly an expert on it. But Plus, there's a lot about virus that is unknown. Given its production, anything anyone heard about was like an urban legend. The main rumor is that some sort of special method was needed to make a virus, but the truth was made clear looking through the underground lab. I think the structure of the lab itself. Oh, that part is interesting. What do you mean the structure of the lab itself? I think about it, the lab was shaped oddly. How the research lab is located above a 2,000-meter underground cavity could be related to virus and synthesization. Quite right. The required method for synthesizing viruses, component synthesization in a zero-gravity environment. Zero gravity? That's possible to do in a lab? It's unbelievable. But even if you looked at the lab, even you should be able to tell that's not impossible. I still don't know. The production machine's law display production process okay, right? You're saying the machine can create zero gravity environment? If you doubt it, why not give it a try? Not there time for that. I still have to. Oh wait, not that. Oh, not we. So we're not gonna be able to test out the zero gravity. I kind of want to see us like float around. That would be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. If you have anything you ask now. Method to make, in order to make a virus, it is necessary to synthesize it in zero gravity. The basement lab can apparently generate zero gravity. All right, and I guess let's ask about God. It's not about this case, but I'm worrying about it. I'll ask what you know. You seem quite fixated on that today. I thought they might know more. Because I'm a minister of the order. If that's what you're thinking, then you're mistaken. Even I have much that I do not know or understand. Have you ever seen him? No, I can't say that I have. If they say you can see him if you leave the city, but I have zero interest in that. Now, is that just a metaphor for if you try to leave the city, you die, or is this a metaphor? Because we do know if you try to leave the city, the security will just hunt you down and take care of you. Can't even imagine wanting to leave the city. There's no alcohol or cress. He's outside the city, so if I were to leave the city, I can meet him. Even within the city, if I ever known that, I see. There aren't many foolish members who leave these days since the danger is faded. It's also forbidden to leave the city. It's so indisputable now that the rule lost its meaning. It's forbidden to leave the city. Outsiders of Rome with him, you'll be killed if you try. Kill him. Oh yeah, I imagine we figured that out. Oh yeah, we figured that out during Taco's conversation, I remember. If I remember right. And so this would be our first time finding it out in this, I guess, life. Why do you think the order built up one singular city? To create a safe haven. I've heard that there was a rowdy group that would leave the city to stand up, but of course none of them returned. In the end, I mean, to be fair, that is what the angels also said, is God is God. Thus, we chose to live within our walls at peace. Feels like you understand less and less. You better not even think about leaving the city. If I'm gone, it might be time to revise our laws. Maybe build a giant wall surround the city that would... Wait, hold up. What did I just get? It said keyword. That's the prayer room. Shuten Doctrine 2. Okay. The Shuten Order Doctrine prohibits leaving the city, warning of the divine punishment for anyone who does. Kishinugi mused that perhaps constructing a high wall around the city might ensure everyone's safety. Maybe build a gigantic wall and make the heathens and the heretics pay for it. About the founder. Can't help but wonder. But were you close with the founder? Are you trying to go into some details about the incident with the founder? No, I was just curious. I suppose it's fine. Of course I was close to the founder. To put a name to it, good business part. Oh. Believe it or not, I too was once torn between good and evil and almost went astray. Let me tell you, it's a tale from long ago. It's long, but will you listen to it? Oh, is this the alley where... Is this the alley where Ku hit the woman? Are they reusing the CG, or is this actually like gonna be a case he was trying to solve? At the time I was a detective of justice, and a mistake made me hit a wall. Was my focus, I fell into feeling powerless and empty. I grew tired of it all. Is that what you were telling about the other day that made you quit being a detective? Right, you are. What happened? What was the mistake? I'll tell you some other time. Anyway, I completely gave up on being a detective. My sense of justice, desire to see the truth wavered. I decided to give in. Give in the darkness. Okay, now I stopped playing Kingdom Hearts to take a small break for a bit, and now we're already back to the I gave into the darkness, embrace the darkness, become, you know, all the heartless stuff. Could that be? It's the day he became a shadow. When the details up for imagination, however, it was just to flesh out the criminals basking in the darkness. Rather than find answers unobtainable from the world of light. You cannot be doing all this to me. I can't escape Danganronpa. I cannot escape Kingdom Hearts, and now Kadaka. What a man you are. Perhaps becoming one of its denizens, I could get closer, that I might seek truth. However, I put it, know that I'm not seeking affirmation. Darkness is darkness, immortality is immortality. I chose the path of lawlessness. Then I heard the Minister of Justice being replaced, among other shocking news, that the Minister was a heretic. The minister carried out the law was a heretic? That further caused my values to falter. I also thought that maybe what I was doing wasn't so wrong after all. Thus, a certain customer came to me, and who do you think it was? Who? No idea. It was the founder. Yeah, I feel like his story leads just up to it being the founder. Me. I was shaken too. The very top of the order had come to see me alone. Not just to someone dipping their toes in, but to me, a total outlaw. And he said this to me: I need you to become the new Minister of Justice. Oh yeah, wait, hold up, let me see. Yeah, he said to me, so I forgot that only Teko knows about the founder's, like, identity as a woman. Like, and I still think that might be part of the reason the torso was taken, and that way, you know, someone has to fake a real thing. I really feel like it's going to be some type of story beat later down the road in that regard. Though young, you're sharp-minded and you know this country's doctrines well. On top of that, you've experienced firsthand the depths of darkness. I can't think of anyone more fitting than you. I am a misfit, though. The last minister truly was a just person. In fact, maybe too just, not only seeing what was right, not caring about anything else. The fall was instant, any waver in values or ideals, all sense of justice would go. They were vulnerable to the whispers of the heretics. That is why one could accept both light and dark is right for... Okay, we're just now doing... We gotta balance the Kingdom Hearts and the Shuten Order, apparently. Found that only someone like that can carry the mantle of Minister of Justice. How ironic. The most suited to be Minister of Justice is a follower of lawlessness. I refuse. There's something else I need to do. I also have some idea of what it is you're trying to do, as well as what type of person you really are. You could feel that this position you could help you achieve what you're seeking. I couldn't keep it up. He saw through my disguise. Maybe if things were different, he would have made a good detective. He was quite the person, warm but strong, bold but calculating. You have no idea what he would do. He would make unpredictable choices, so I decided to believe. That I really do think he knows that we're the founder, because he said a lot of the same things about us being in the detective stuff. Believe what? Believe in his ideal. Or maybe it's truth that I almost lost sight of. I wanted to believe in it. To me, the founder was a lighthouse shining the way to the truth. So I was gratefully appointed to the position of Minister of Justice. I came to know the law more than anyone, including its holes. I was a delinquent son, but he still trusted me, provided me with highly important roles. So I too trusted him, regardless of what anyone else said. Or I trusted him, I suppose. It felt like a hole had opened up after losing. I've always said I doubted that he did. Well, I didn't always say that. I do think he was the most suspicious. But once we got more into this route, I do think he is less and less suspicious, just because he would, yeah, there'd be a hole would open up after losing him. And I feel like he has less motive than I think everyone else, including Teko that we've already done. Him. Inugami's been referring to the founder as him and he this entire time. Now that I think about it, yesterday. I have a hard time around women. I've been lied to by so many women about cases. You're really so anyway. I avoid relations with women. I'm so nervous around women. I inherently get a sense of danger around them. I forgot all about that conversation. I don't think he knew. Maybe he just never suspected that the founder was a woman, because we do have a keyword about that, I believe. Do we? Where is it at? I believe we had a keyword with that. Alright, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, there we go. Due to a long acquaintance with the founder since before establishing Shuten Order, Teko yearns where the founder is female. The founder's true gender is closely guarded secret in the order. So yeah, he wouldn't know. Because I believe only Teko knew. So that's why he never showed any discomfort with me and even helped me investigate. It's not possible. Not even I was able to tell. I feel like that might be a bit different, but we'll go with that, Ray. Well, the thing he was mistaken about the founder's gender this entire time. Did the founder not make her gender known? We do have that as a keyword already. Oh, founder's gender Inugami. What does it say here? He's uncomfortable around women, but had a good relationship with the founder. Moreover, he refers Shuten Order leader as a he. He did not realize the founder was a woman. Okay, that matches exactly what Teko gave us. Maybe she dared to do so because she was close. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he said he trusted the founder. Maybe because Shinigami wasn't the one that killed me? But Himura said the divine power is never wrong. But I mean, we already know it was, I think, wrong with Teko. But wait. Something wrong. What's with that scary look? Oh, okay. You're running on feet. Shall we go take a break? He just said himself. He was on the path of lawlessness. He couldn't have no problem breaking the law to carry out his purpose. Then even the killing founder he's so respected. This man is a conner, I can't let my guard down. I don't think it's that. I really don't. I think he just likes doing drugs. Alright, about it's finished. I had to start preparing. Yes, I'm gonna head back to my room for a bit. I still got other stuff I gotta do, and I don't gotta go to my room. I gotta go talk to Mizuno. I think I still have a little time left. I suppose I should go ask around a bit longer. I believe all I have left is, yeah, just talking to Mizuno. I believe that should be it. Could this belong to you? Wait, is that... What? Okay, now I have more questions. A pouch found near Yoshikuri's body. Contents include cosmetic capsule pills, etc. And the capsule pills, I think, would be virus. A mirror shattered, a lotion bottle is cracked, most of the items are broken. It was discovered brought to Mizuno. But why do you have it? I found it in the greenhouse. Why would it be? That's a good question. You don't have any ideas? I had noticed it was gone this morning, but you had it yesterday morning though, right? You're certain you did? I'm not all that strong, so I take a supplement every morning. I did take it yesterday, but I didn't have my pouch this morning, so I was worried. Did you go in the greenhouse? Of course not. I didn't go anywhere near it. Yeah. You have to believe me. I haven't done anything. Of course, I believe you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting to have my doubts again, even though we were stationed in front of your room the entire time. You could have had some type of method. I don't know, I'm just saying. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's okay. I'm sure the truth will save you. Alright. Those were all my questions. I'll give you this pouch back to you. Are you sure? Yeah, of course. Thank you. Huh? Why was there... Is there something the matter? What did that text say that popped up next to her for a second? The compact mirror is cracked. My face lotion bottle is also broken. Who would do this? You were perfectly fine yesterday, right? Yeah. Perhaps whoever took the pouch rifled through it after, but that would explain why everything was broken. But who would do that and why? Shimo, this piece has to be key on unlocking the truth of this case. It must be. I hope so. Alright, I'll take my leave. I don't think she's ever done that sprite before. And so... That's pretty neat, I guess. Well, I think that's everything. Yeah, an investigation. Sorry this late, I need to head to the hall. Well, I guess the last meeting is about to start. The clock strikes 11. The last team file. Inheritance meeting is about to begin. Inheritance, murder, virus, and God. There's so many unsolved mysteries. But even still, time goes on. I really hope it ends without incident. Please. I doubt it's just going to be smooth sailing. I really doubt it. Yeah, it's sad, but I don't think it's going to be smooth. Alright, inheritance meeting day 3. Can I... Oh, I can't even pause to save real quick. Start meeting. Alright, let me save real quick just in case we have some other issues where it doesn't want to, you know, just a small bug happens again. I gotta make sure we don't get that again. And then, let's see. Part of me wants to go grab like some water real quick before we start the meeting, because I imagine there's about to be a lot going down. So I'm gonna grab water real quick. I should only be about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we'll do the meeting and finish the route as a whole. We'll be right back real quick. And back we are good. Let me re-pop up the chats real quick. Got me some Gatorade real quick. And now we're gonna go finish the rest of this route. Let's do it. I really have no idea who the killer is. It makes me worry that it's Mizuno. However, it could also be the wife still. I think both are still on the table, or be someone else like the doctor, Mr. Duno, or someone. And it has nothing to do with the whole will stuff. It would have to do with the drugs. However, now then, it's time to commence the inheritance meeting. Let's get rid of any unnecessary introductions. Alright then, survival battle for a huge sum of money. Let's get on with it. Yeah, he must have snuck some grass, and he's probably off his rocker. Can't imagine what's going to happen next. Alright then, let's get straight to it. Can I say something? Yeah, you can. I am Domon, I work here as a servant. Domon. You know something you like to say? Oh, he's definitely on grass. It's on. Honestly, I have something that I have to share with y'all. Oh, and what opinion could he possibly share with us? I wouldn't see his opinions so much as, but I felt like I need to share what I saw no matter what. And what did you witness? Not much of it, but when we went in the greenhouse this morning, I saw a small pouch in the ground near Master Yochi's body. Would you thinking of the pouch belonged to a woman? That's right, about this size. I know who that pouch belongs to. It's gonna belong to Mizuno. Yeah, we already knew it. I knew it. So you who killed Yoshi? No, I didn't. I can't work with her anymore. We were with her all last night for the most part, and so also I just realized, is the mustache part of the mask that he has on, or is it like growing outside the mask? Is it kind of like transparent? What's going on there? I never thought about it until now, but there's something going on there. Mr. Domon. This should settle it, right then? This woman's a criminal, a heretic. She has no right to the inheritance. Sure, that could be important evidence, substantial in proving the crime. I also believe her to be culprit. If the other successors all die, then she gets the whole inheritance to herself. There's no way she wouldn't take action in such a situation, so she is the murderer. I agree. The reason? None really, it just seems to fit. Is the reason really necessary? There are accusations being made, so, Ms. Mizuno, do you have anything to say in retort? She's being suspected again. I suppose it can't be helped. She's the only remaining successor. But I know for a fact, I know that she's not the one responsible. Please wait. Where is the one where we were with her? Yeah, the Raised Night Watch. We were with her pretty much all last night. We were in front of the room. I was keeping watch in front of her room the entire time last night. I figured someone wanting the inheritance would target her, but no one appeared. Also, Miss Mizuno never left her room, so she wouldn't have been able to kill Yoshi. I'm not so sure about that. What do you got to retort that? What do you have? Let's make the truth known. A trap was utilized in the murder of Tsukijiro, so it would be natural to assume that Yoshi was killed in a similar manner. The murders surrounding the Kikuri family inheritance were committed by the same person. And where are you getting it? If the trap was set in advance, her alibi from last night means nothing. If she used a trap, she wouldn't have to take one step outside. Am I wrong? True. There's more proof that she did it. There's no... What proof do you didn't have? It sounds like you're all ganging up on it. There was something I noticed with the first killing with Seizo. He was murdered by a large machine. Nope, it was electrocution. On that day, I saw a machete laying in the garden and said to put it away. To Mizuno, of course. The machete is always put away in the shed. Anyone could get it if they took some time to look for it. I'm not so sure about that. I'm sure that that tool so fitting. Okay, I don't like her. No, that isn't right. Can I say something? Where is the... Yeah, his cause of death was electrocution. We now know that. I don't know how we're going to prove it, but when looking over his body again, it was discovered that he died of electrocution. The machete wasn't the murder weapon. What in the world? Yeah, you need to have some evidence for that. There was a machete jutting out of his abdomen. Machetes are typically for splitting and not really made for stabbing, but I suppose death by stabbing with a machete does sound unnatural. If he was electrocuted to death, then can you explain what happened? We're gonna have to, because we kind of just believe them. It could be completely wrong, but under what circumstances did Seizo Kikuri die? The answer should be made clear by making deductions around the cause of death. That also would be why that one rope would maybe be soaking wet. Let's go over each article and the state of the murder scene. Oh, we got a full circle this time. Or I guess a full honeycomb, I guess, because that's not a circle. Alright. What's the first thing? I guess, well, we have the electrocution. Cause of Seizo's death was electrocution. If information I'm not sure how reliable it is because it came from Himuro, but let's start based on that. It's going to be completely wrong. It's going to be completely unfounded and everything. All right. Are there any signs of electrocution? Oh, on the hand. Because wasn't the hand all burnt up and everything? Right, burn mark on the hand. That would explain why it would be all burned up, you know, like with black spots and everything. The burn on his right hand. This is the evidence of electrocution. So he was holding on to something that got electrocuted. That might be the rope that was soaking wet. Where did he get electrocuted? Probably he was found outside. So was he killed by someone after being electrocuted? No. Let's think somewhere. Could anything have shot him around where he was found? Probably the damaged bridge support. Yeah, because it had cut wires and not cut rope. There was a recent damage done to the bridge support. Lighting cables were exposed. The cable was cut. There's no mistaking it. It was cut, so there could have been a short circuit. There was a high chance he was electrocuted by that cable. So did someone hit him with the cable, or it sounds like he might have cut it himself and accidentally killed himself. Assuming he was electrocuted by the bridge cable, how would it have happened? It doesn't seem like it would be something someone would touch. Maybe he... Oh, maybe he didn't grab on the cable, but if he accidentally touched that cable after doing something, then that must be it. So what was he doing then? He would probably be... Was it... None of that? Okay, I thought it was going to be the whole... There was the stuff wrapped around the machete. I guess it might be the mooring rope. Failed. What? I don't think that's right. It should be something to do with an object found by his body. Something that can conduct electricity well. Alright, so out of all those evidences, what? Maybe, did I miss it? Maybe, obviously. Large machete, I guess, might have hit it. Okay, so the wiring around the machete isn't its own evidence, I see. No. What was he trying to do that resulted in him getting electrocuted? What was he doing in the machete? Trying to fell the bridge in order to maybe stop us from getting here? That fits with how things were left, but for the reasoning for it was, let's leave this reason for later. This answer seems to fit logically. Anyway, to fail the bridge, he was using the machete to break the supports. While doing that, he accidentally damaged the cable. The leaking electricity went down the machete and flowed into his right hand. This led to him dying by electrocution, explains the damaged post and burns. Yeah, that all checks out. Like, it matches up with everything we learned about the first case, because we never did, I guess, get the explanation for why his hand looked like that. Where was his body found? He was found in a boat, so someone had to move him there. Because we found him body on a boat. But why would it have been found in a boat? Someone carried him there? Did someone carry him to the boat to kill her? No, but why did he carry to the boat? It isn't a great place to hide a body. The body was found quickly. There'd been a high risk of being seen move the body. This can't be... There's no way he fell. He fell? He fell to the boat and the electrocution... Caesar was thrown off the cliff and... Yeah, how is him falling... Okay, how is him falling more reasonable than him being carried? Him falling is very... He's very lucky he fell on the boat. But why would there happen to be a boat where... Exactly. Unless someone was helping him. That's the only thing I can think of, is that someone had to be helping him and there had to be a boat. Was it coincidence that the body fell directly onto the boat? The body was discovered because her boat just happened to be there. Something feels off. This wasn't some spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a precise and cunning and devilish plan to achieve a goal. Then I need to find proof that the boat didn't just happen to be there. That would probably be the mooring rope then. That's right. It wouldn't happen to drift there if the mooring rope was attached. But what if the rope is typically untied? It would be sent adrift by the wind. I don't know if there's anything before the case. I can't prove anything. Nope. Someone has testified the boat mooring rope was tied by someone. Who was it? Think. It has to be someone who's still alive. Wasn't Mr. Domon the one that did it? Yeah, okay. I don't know how, again, I don't know how to remember something like that, but I did not even remember the story leading up to this day for like a good 10-15 minutes. That was in their testimony. We wrap around the pole here, but as you can see, it's been unwrapped. Maybe that's why the boat was floating off towards the shore. Fortunately, it was still tied to the pole, so I was able to pull it back in. We wrap around the pole here. It was still tied to the pole, so I pulled it in. I see something floats to the surface with this test. Kind of... I think he moved the boat over there himself. Mr. Domon, he either killed him. Well, he didn't kill him. I think he was working Mr. Domon in order to get the money. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because Mr. Domon, I think, has been the one to... Has he been the one to find all the bodies so far? I'm thinking he has been the one to find all the bodies. I know the answer. Fantastic, let's hear it then. Oh, it's not Gray Man this time. 2 mornings ago, Caesar damaged the bridge support with machete trying to fell it. The lightning cable was cut and electrocuted him to death. What? So it's an accident then? Hold on a second. Why would he try to cut the bridge in the first place? His motive was. I know that too. Now, looking as the proof, the answer is... Was it B his? I guess it would be the messages. In other words, his reason to sabotage the meeting? There. He was trying to interfere with the inheritance meeting. He figured he wouldn't receive very much of it, so he planned on sabotaging the reading of the will to ruin the whole thing. To do that, he tried to fell the bridge to keep Inugami away from the manor, and that resulted in him getting electrocuted. He fell from the bridge onto a boat floating by the lake. As he fell, he let go of the machete. His fall was slightly delayed. Oh, so he just stabbed himself. That's very convenient for the murder case, at least. But that is quite a... Yeah, that's quite a stretch. The boat just happened to be there, and the body just so happened to fall in. He just so happened to stab himself. No, I believe the boat was placed there by the culprit. Wait, if it was an accident, how was it a culprit thing? It would predict that the electrocuted body would fall into the boat. I do think the machete falling and piercing through him was a coincidence, though. According to the evidence, the boat was usually tied to a post with a mooring rope. However, at the time of the crime, the rope was untied for some reason. Isn't that right, Mr. Domon? Yes. That's why the boat was floating out towards the shore. Then why the killer planned to have the boat be there? It would be hard to discover the crime if the body simply fell in the lake. Well, the culprit must have wanted to see the body be found quickly. The end of the rope still being tied to the post tells us that. Can you explain it in a way that makes sense? The rope could be pulled back, making it easier to bring the boat back, so it would create an alibi, I guess? No, I don't think that's right. Let's really think this over. That would... Alright, let me save here real quick. Not just in case I get it wrong. I'm not going to reload it if I... Well, I am going to reload it if I get it wrong. Not that save, but maybe reload the trial. But just, I'm afraid of, like, it having messed up save again. I don't know which of these it would be then if it's not created. Because would it get rid of the inheritance? No? Let's really think this over. What do you mean correctly distribute the inheritance? What does that even mean? To correctly distribute the inheritance? Yeah, what is that? If his body stayed until like it was undiscovered. Oh, we wouldn't be able to know where he was living or not. Oh, so part of the inheritance would still be up in the air. But no, wait. Hold up, that wouldn't make sense because only Inugami and him know about it. The culprit most likely wanted to avoid that. In other words, the culprit wanted to precisely reduce the denominator for distribution. But only Inugami and Kikuri, like the guy who wrote it, you know, did it. That would mean the killer's among the successors, and that woman's the only one that's left. It really was you who killed Yoshida and Yori Mizuno. I already told you, I was keeping watch all night from the hall. Alright, why are you yelling at me now? That testimony no longer means anything. He already said that everything up until now has been traps, so of course we assume Yoshi's killer would do the same, right? If the trap was set in advance, then the last night's alibi means nothing. You could have secretly set up the trap during the day. Right, if all the murders have been traps then, in advance then, there's a possibility the trap was already set when I was on watch. That argument had already come up. In other words, the culprit could be... You don't suspect me too, do you? Let's calm down and think. Was there any evidence that proved she didn't do it? Probably Inugami's testimony that no one could have known about it except for Mizuno, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That's it. The decision should have already been made on the first day's meeting. But first day's meeting, the trap that killed Caesar would have been set before the will was open. Miss Mizuno didn't know the contents of the will, so she wouldn't have set the trap. It's impossible to know the contents of the will before it had been opened. Isn't that right, Inugami? That's true. Good remember, as expected of the great detective. And as for Mr. Shiatori said, the culprit for the Kikuri murders is probably the same person. If Miss Mizuno wouldn't have killed Caesar, then the others are highly unlikely as well. So, I mean, that's making some assumptions. That's it. The motives for this case have been from the details of the will. That is the truth. It's the theory. Wait a minute. It's impossible to know the contents of the will before it had been open. Thinking about it another way, only the one who knew the details of the will could have set the yeah, that's what I was thinking. Someone here that already knew the details of the will. There's only one person. It can only be... I don't think he's the culprit. How do I select him? I think it's him. I guess. I don't want to believe it. I refuse to believe it, but... Is something the matter, Ray? Why are you looking so pale? Look at me. Inugami, you said this about the will. I wanted the pardon, I know the details. Is that true? Yes, of course. I'm the face of the Ministry of Justice after all. There's no one more fitting for me to oversee the will of the Order's largest tycoon. Then the only one killed was sent in the trash. That's not true. It could have been, him himself. Only be you, right? You do have a point. A blind spot. It's a blind spot. I think the Ministry of Justice would. That can't be, can it? I really hope it's not true. I grew to like you as a person, man. You cannot. Please don't be this. I believed in you. You were the killer. And the one that murdered me really. Okay, well, just because he did murder doesn't mean he did all the murders. But I do believe it was the deceased that did it. Come on, Ray. And all of you too. Are you really suspecting me? Do you really think I, who administers the law and doctrine, would commit murder? Let me say this. I did truly know the contents of the will, okay, but what of it? None of the Kikuri family inheritance would go to me. So what reason would I possibly have to kill the brothers? For the fun of it? For the love of the game? He doesn't have a motive. How do I explain that? I can easily explain with one piece of evidence. The Kikuri inheritance wasn't unrelated. Oh yeah, I forgot. If everyone dies, then it goes to the Shuten Order. How does that... Where is... It seems that he was related. How do I... feel on the reading of the will, he seemed to be planning something to devastate them. Tobacco plant. I don't think that flowers grow in the greenhouse so he can be dried, and part of me thinks it's virus. But on the other hand, his testimony makes the most sense, but his testimony, I don't believe, had that as the testimony. Like, because it would said, if the will itself, I believe, said that if all of the inheritors are dead, then the rest of the money would go to the Order. But then I'm thinking the message could have been to Inugami, or it could have been about... Oh, and I can't even save. Well... Chemical machine, I guess? Nope. That Inugami's motive is. Motive for this case all tied to it. Well, something the matter? Oh, done already? Your theories don't hold much impact. They must have all been nonsense. The suspicion rate towards Inugami is fading. It's a shame. I was hoping you'd entertain me a bit more. They lost trust in me. They realize I'm a fraud. And a meeting? What's gonna happen now that I failed? Like, they realize I'm a fraud. Letting Inugami down, I was let go as PI and witness and kicked off the island. I was sent off the island, you know. I was sent to go. I didn't get the marshmallow to go home. I lost Total Drama Island. It's something. Oh, we just started over from the last checkpoint, it looks like. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to restart the entire thing, so let me do this. Alright, so we need to find the motive. And so I'm gonna go maybe with this testimony. Okay, so it was a testimony about the will. If I remember correctly, there was an odd phrase in the will. 3. If no one fulfilled... Okay, that's kind of a stretch, because that was not included in his testimony. It's included in the will. The entire inheritance will be donated to the Shuten Order. If all successors perish or were disqualified, then the larger inheritance will go to the Shuten Order, correct? So it was money. He really did all this just for the money? Wait, even if the money went to the Order, I don't benefit from it. And if it did go to the Order, wouldn't it better the lives of all members? That's only if you report this case, though. You're looking to settle all here, putting it in your pockets? I believe you're all mistaken about something. Do you really believe that someone could possess the entire Kikuri inheritance? That is true. You cannot transfer that much wealth in secret and get away with it. It's too large, it'd be impossible to hide alone. Right. Plus, I don't have any interest in money. What motive would he have if not the drugs? A reason for Inugami to kill the Kikuri family. Could it be? It has everything to do with the drugs. Maybe the notebook? No. There's something else. Oh, it would be the tobacco point then, if it's something he has a connection to. It wasn't about the inheritance, but wasn't it about tobacco being cultivated in the greenhouse? I see, so that's it then. Tobacco, what are you talking about? The darkness of Kikuri pharmaceutical is something not even you knew about. Darkness? What are you talking about, Riku? He was growing tobacco in the greenhouse. You've all seen the flowers growing in the greenhouse right before. So they were tobacco flowers? Why would the president illegally grow tobacco? Supposedly interest from a chemistry standpoint at first, then some information was received from a source. Information that a component of tobacco could be used in making a drug. Recently, a drug called a virus is causing a stir in society. Why do you know as a doctor you know more about this than me, an executive? I used the pharmaceutical route to spread the drugs. Oh, so he was selling them not over the counter, but not, I guess, over the counter. Shiratori referred to Kiyomasa as a business partner before. So that's what he meant by business partner. I may have done it for money and crossed some bad bridges, but now it's time to step back. You didn't get away with all that? You were smuggling illicit drugs. There's no proof left showing that I was involved. It looks like the dog of the law had sold himself a murder, so he can't arrest me. Can't be serious. The president was secretly smuggling drugs. If this were to get out, the company, so don't let it get out. You take that secret to think he was doing drugs. What a rotten evil bat. Well, about that. Yeah, I was going to say, oh, he already did. Can we get back to the topic? So, where were we? The motive. Why did Inugami kill the Kikuri siblings? You're an avid smoker. You're probably involved with drugs as well. You wanted more drugs. You were doing it. You killed him just to chase the high some more. Plot uncovered the drug refinement method, only known to monopolize that drug for yourself. That's nonsensical. Seems like you see me as some kind of junkie. You aren't. Even if I was. But I really have a reason to kill the Kikuri siblings. To monopolize virus. They were stopping from monopolizing virus, weren't they? And even if you knew that there were secrets in the greenhouse, you wouldn't know how virus actually created, wouldn't you? So he picked off the siblings, cornered Yoshi, and tricked him into trapping himself in the greenhouse. If he did that, he would surely escape to the secret lab. In other words, it's a scheme that acts as virus. Seem to underestimate my deduction. Continue? This is going along like a bit too smoothly. He entered the greenhouse by himself, opened the hidden door to the lab. Even if that's true, how could I kill him? It must have been a trap. He was killed in the greenhouse by a trap that had been set beforehand. And what kind of trap was that exactly? He was killed by... It's like the greatest mystery of this case. It's okay. I made it this far. If I rethink everything up to now, I should be able to reach the truth. First, let's start figuring out the murder weapon. I believe it was the goddess sword. I believe, oh, there was a trap set off, I think, when you pulled the sword. That's what I'm guessing. The sword, how about the goddess statue of bloodstains on it? Okay, we know that. The murder weapon must have been the sword of the goddesses. That is correct. Are you admitting to the crime? I'm disagreeing with your reasoning. Given the situation, the murder weapon can only be the sword of the goddess. However, think carefully. I'm gonna refute. I'm glad we're going against him now. This is what I've been waiting for. That sword cannot be removed from the statue. You confirmed that yourself, didn't you? So, what now? How could the sword have killed Yoshi? And is this not supposed to be a trap? So, this is the end of your theory? Where you persevere? Show me the sword. Wait. So-called... Oh, he knows. He knows. Even so, I just can't see it yet. What happened to Yoshikuri? How can I solve this mystery? Oh, hi there. Do you have something for me? I'm very glad it seems like you're innocent. Sorry for the time I used to say, but why was my pouch found in the greenhouse? Perhaps this is a hint to something? The reason why Mizuno's pouch was found on the ground? Right, if we combine this with the other evidence, we might start seeing something. What's the other evidence? The empty capsule. Because why would he have the empty capsule? The pills in Mizuno's pouch, and the empty pill found in Yoshi's pocket. They're identical. What does this mean? Was Yoshi plotting something? What exactly? To frame Mizuno? No? Oh no, like it would be to kill her, like to poison. That's it. He filled the pill with some kind of poison, put it in the pouch. Mizuno might have mistaken it for a usual supplement and taken it as usual. Perhaps Yoshi suspected Mizuno, and could it be that before he himself killed, he tried to kill Mizuno? But he used the knife. But if he used the knife or hit her head, the crime would be discovered immediately. That's why it came up with poisoning. To do that, Yoshi must have stolen Mizuno's pouch to make Mizuno ingest the poison herself. And what was that poison? The 100% virus. Because the 100% virus is lethal. The concentrated virus solution. Apparently 100% pure virus is extremely poisonous. What are you two whispering about? You haven't told me how Yoshi met his end yet. Tell me. That's what we're trying to figure out. Are you really thinking for yourself? What? It acts like you've been piecing together, but hasn't someone been guiding you? What do you mean? Oh no. No, don't tell me she's been deceiving me. Blessed be the Shuten Order. Come present you the painful truth. The truth you see isn't gentle at all. Why is that? Because reality is heartless. Please don't tell me, Mizuno, please. I'll once again assert that Mizuno was the culprit. Indeed, Yoshi stole Mizuno's pouch and tried to poison her. Well, on the other hand, what if Mizuno got wind of it? In other words, Yoshi utilized the lighting system to rotate the greenhouse and avoid surveillance. He planned to return Mizuno's pouch to the mansion. Meanwhile, Mizuno, anticipating Yoshi's actions, quietly slipped out. Yeah, I was in front of her room. Without sleeping? Yeah, I was about to say, we did sleep for, I think, a slight bit. I had my moment of drowsiness. Then Mizuno sees those moments to slip out. Then she fetched a machete from storage, headed towards the greenhouse. At that moment, the greenhouse had just rotated. Yoshi ran to her from the back. There, she killed Yoshi with the machete. Are you saying she severed Yoshi's head and arms? She regularly uses a machete for work, so she can manage it. That's a bit of a leap. But why? First of all, she did go in the greenhouse. Why would she leave her pouch there? Probably didn't notice in the dark it was night. Wasn't Yoshi just remembered to ensure he wouldn't survive? How about it, Mizuno? Can anyone please believe me? And I won't give up on the truth. I want to live my hell high, so I believe you, Mizuno. Well, you can believe because there is truth in it. The founder always shows the truth. That's why we believe. That's the Shuten Order, and the truth of this world can shut up. He knows. He definitely knows. So the reach rules for no reach. I won't give up. By the way, it's almost been 48 hours. Soon it'll be 12 o'clock, you know. Once this meeting's over, you and I will be done. We'll have to leave this place. Can we uncover the truth by then? All I can do is wish you luck, great detective. I will definitely save you. Please save me, Miss. Don't worry, I'm slowly piecing it together. Let's calm down and organize our thoughts. He was killed one by one. He feared he would be next. Believing Mizuno to be culprit, Yoshi came up with a plan to kill Mizuno. So he took Mizuno's pouch and hid in the greenhouse. He did this to replace the pills in the pouch with poisonous ones, and that poison was concentrated virus. This should be right so far. Now, where did Yoshi go to? He went in the lab. Where's the entrance to that place? He went behind the goddess statue. Where is... Yeah, there we go. Secret entrance. That's right, you can only get virus concentrate from the underground laboratory. To get to that laboratory, you need to operate two things. You need to move the... You have to use the lighting system, as well as rotate the sword. And then... What did he move? Where it got his sword. But still, why does that blood on it? There's no way it was an accident. You need to pull on the sword of the goddess statue like a lever to go underground. Naturally, Yoshi must have... Wait a minute. The god statue's sword could be the murder weapon. Even Inugami acknowledged it. The precise moment he touched the sword could have been when the trap was activated. That's what I was saying. Perhaps something happened in that moment. How could the blood only be on the upper end of the sword while the victim got severed? I remembered. Everything in Mizuno's pouch was broken, and it didn't appear smashed. So they're dropped from. There's no way he fell and got sliced into 3 equal parts. Notice he kept dropping him over and over. The body had fallen into the sword of the goddess statue. Oh wait, because they were parallel. If he lifted his arms up, oh I see. It actually is a straight line. No, such a severing would require more force. Why even drop a body from so high? Oh, and because he would be panicking, he would have his arms up. Normally, but in that greenhouse, the zero gravity, maybe? Maybe by method to make virus. So the zero gravity would make him go up and then fall? Alright, okay, what's the shouting? Have you... Yeah, I finally lost my mind, but I think that happened a bit ago. I got it. I finally figured out the trap that killed Yoshi. What did you say? You're bluffing, aren't you? Maybe we'll explain it with so little time left. There's more than enough time. Alright. Let's hear the great detective's reasoning. It's time to go over our final piece of the evidence. This is the critical moment. I must prove that I'm not actually a fraud. Alright, I need to put the images in my head in order. Let's begin unraveling the greatest. Let's begin unraveling. Oh, I'm not even gonna bother saying I messed up twice. I'm not going for 3s. Alright. Deduce the method. What machine can be used to make the poison? Confirm what Yoshi tried. Oh, and because everything failed. But that still doesn't explain who set it up. It has to be. It has to be the, like, dead guy or rumored to be dead guy. He might not be dead. Viruses were found by mechanism in a machine concealed in the greenhouse. And that machine, we already know the machine. It was the chemical machine. The virus purification machine is installed in the greenhouse underground lab. To reach it, you must do 2 things within the greenhouse. That is, lock the greenhouse, and then we already went over that part, you know, Ray. I know you're just going over your stuff, but you gotta trust me on this, because I can't lose more trust here if I get these wrong. This opened the underground laboratory. On the night of the incident, he must have followed these steps as well, because he did lock the door. That's how come he wasn't able to, like, she wasn't able to go in there, his wife. And then after that, he just had to do that. Where's the lab's unlocking procedure written? That was written underground. It was written on a wall poster, was it? Because I think the piece of paper just said that instructions how to open it. Okay, I didn't know if it gave me details whenever I clicked on it or not. I didn't want to become a fraud again. The research room was described on that poster. It had an unusual structure. For some reason, the research room is located above a 2,000-meter underground cavity. The structure will be a key point in the deduction, so I must remember it. That still doesn't explain exactly how he went up high and all that stuff. Unless the procedure failed and had 0 gravity going through the entire greenhouse, and that's what... Oh, and because the automatic thing ends after an hour, the automatic... So he would fall after an hour, and that would be why he was panicking and all that stuff. If it was an accident. Like if there was an accident in the lab. In other words, when the entrance opens, viruses simultaneously refined. This piece of information is... How is method to make virus, I would assume. I think the method to make the virus is how you make the virus. Once the refinement starts, the greenhouse and the lab should enter a certain state. The keyword that provides a clue of... So what is this state? The lab and greenhouse rises. So the whole greenhouse rises. Really, how does that work? The piece, the outline in the lab might also... I don't... How am I supposed to go? I can't go over the evidences. What do you mean? Like I'm supposed to go over it? I can't go over it. It rotates. I can't go over the piece of evidence. It's unfair. You can't tell me, oh, the outline might have more details. I can't go over the outline. Refinement starts the entire greenhouse, including the underground lab, falls. In that case, due to laws of physics, the greenhouse and lab would enter. Why would the greenhouse enter zero gravity? The underground cavity beneath the lab extends for 2,000 meters. From the free fall, the state of zero gravity lasts for 10 to 20 seconds. I only have one piece of trust left before I get caught on fraud watch again. Unlock. I got a Q. What happened to Yoshi when the virus was being refined? And the greenhouse began its free fall. At that moment, what would happen to Yoshi's body? He would go up. He would float up. And so he would rise up, and then when the zero gravity ended, he would fall. Since the inside of the greenhouse is in zero gravity, Yoshi's body would float, as if drifting in space. Also, it's very weird hearing like the talking and the music, because it's making me think I'm hearing myself, even though I don't sound like that, as well as it's just very mute. What happened to the floating Yoshi? In the zero gravity state, what would he do? We already said he would rise. Probably overwhelmed by fear, trying to cling to something nearby. Like how someone drowning would cling to anything nearby. What was near Yoshi? Was there anything? Probably the sword? Alright. I'm very worried with that one trust left, that if I get these wrong, it's just gonna fall apart. Let's begin. Before virus refinement, he pushed down the goddess statue's sword. Because of that, the final step to enter the underground laboratory. So then the sword should have been near the floating Yoshi. The object that an unstable Yoshi clung to was the sword of the goddess, wasn't it? Alright, how was Yoshi killed? He fell on the sword. All three brothers were killed by traps. He activated the trap by breaking the support pillar, resulting in electrocution. He activated the trap by pulling out a book, which led him to being shot. So what about Yoshi? When was the trap that killed Yoshi activated? In fact, it had already been activated. After the lab entrance opened, when the sword was pulled down, the trap was triggered. That trap is why Yoshi was killed in that way. But how? What was it that severed his arms and legs? The goddess statue. Like that, he fell on the statue. He fell on the sword and got sliced. The sword of the goddess statue, it is huge, sharp blood and bloodstains. This is all, but it's on the top of it. Ironically, in his confusion, Yoshi was killed by the very hand he sought help from. Now the important part. What part of the blade sliced Yoshi? The upper side. Because he fell on it, and that's what got him sliced. And that's why they specifically mentioned it was a parallel thing, because he like was reaching out, and that's, oh, I see even clearer now, even though I think I saw it whenever they showed the picture, because I was doubting that how could that be the murder weapon if he was sliced, like dropped over and over, like if someone decided to play zero gravity and make him like bounce off the ground and go fly up he was a basketball. He was sliced by the upper side. But why? Normally it'd be the lower side. The changes that occurred in the greenhouse at the time made it unavoidable. Afterwards, what changed in the greenhouse? The clues in Mizuno's pouch. Most of the contents are severely damaged. Was this from when Yoshi dropped it? No, it wouldn't shatter. No, it wouldn't shatter everything just from a normal drop, would it? It looks like it was dropped from several. He flew all the way up and then came crashing down. This number, does it ring a bell? The inexplicable damage to the pouch. The fact that somehow Yoshi was cut by the upper part of the sword. The change that occurred in Greenhouse must be. It stopped suddenly. Okay, I'm glad it was that. The sudden brakes are applied. What happens? The inertia on Yoshi's body would be directed downwards. If a car moving at high speed suddenly stops, try to picture it from a top-down view. His body would be slammed into the ground. The greenhouse free-falling for 2,000 meters must have reached 200 to 300 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in miles, but I'm assuming that's very fast. If it can do it, like, has enough inertia to reach zero gravity. Like, I'm assuming it's very fast if that's the case. Brakes would apply, inertia in the opposite direction. His pouch met the same fate, being slammed to the ground from a height of 2,000 meters. That explains the damage. Yoshi, on the other hand. And that time he was pointing to the god statue pushed down and horizontal. That's why Yoshi wasn't slamming the ground, but this is the truth. Okay. I was about to say, I'm really afraid of that one trust I was going to get it wrong or something wrong. Got from this evidence, the conclusion we could draw is this. Alright, Grayman is back, even though he's the victim this time. Oh, and that's, oh yeah, because he would be hugging it, trying to hold on to it, and that's why he got sliced. This is the trap that killed Yoshi. The trap activated between 1 AM and 2 AM when the lighting system operated. The lighting system rotates the greenhouse and locks the door. You try to use this to evade surveillance cameras, but it seems that this lighting system is designed to make a greenhouse an airtight chamber. Otherwise, those manual handles and street automatic doors would have no reason to exist. So what happened? How did he end up dead? In my theory, the activation of the lighting system was the first switch, or should I say, the first trigger. The final trigger was the goddess's statue sword. He was going to the lab to get virus concentrate and pulled down the sword, triggering the trap. As the zero laboratory opened, the entire greenhouse fell as a zero gravity state was created. The laboratory goes down to 2,000 meters. The entire building was in a zero gravity for 10 to 20 seconds from the free fall. What happens then? In an instant, his body would be floating. He would have a moment of panic and would try to cling to the nearby goddess sword. He managed to grab the sword and try to stay put. However, after zero gravity, brakes are activated. Then an inertial force of over 200 kilometers an hour would act on Yoshi's body. As a result, the sword became upside-down guillotine and sliced Yoshi. Thus, Yoshi struck the floor with his head and arms severed. That greenhouse is just not safe for people. This is the second death that related to it. This is a trap that killed Yoshi. Yeah, it's very hard to believe, but this is the truth. A reverse guillotine. Such a crazy idea. I'd like to see it once. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Oh, what we need to talk about first off is who set up the trap. Did you know about the zero gravity device? Of course not. He never told me anything about how to prepare virus. Despite my multiple greenhouse outings, never considered that the entire greenhouse could be a zero gravity drop device. Indeed, the wealth of the Kikuri family knows no bounds. I think this is a ridiculous facility. It's right by the mansion where we live. The president was using such a perilous device the whole time. No, originally the brakes would have been less sudden. The zero gravity was solely to refine virus. Applying sudden brakes and destroying everything inside would defeat the purpose. Therefore, it's likely that someone deliberately made this dangerous brake system. All greenhouse devices are managed via consoles, so something was altered. It seemed the lighting system and the statue sword were set as triggers. Impressive, as expected. The concept of zero gravity device is quite absurd, but for now, this is our best answer. So, what is the truth behind this case? I can see it through you. Whether I'm minister or not, you're the one who did it, right? He is saying that, but what do you think, Ray? Just say it and wrap this up. So, the name of the culprit, the one behind Kikuri family inheritance is, the culprit is... yeah, okay, so let me click on him now, because he's the culprit. Because other people that knew about the zero gravity stuff, it was only the siblings and him. In his will, he knew that everyone was going to be targeted, but he said, who survives 48 hours? So he set all these traps up. It has to be Kiyomasa Kikuri. The culprit, the chairman is the culprit. That's the truth of the case. You could say it's absurd, but it's the truth. I mean, I'm not even surprised. I predicted this is one of the things ever since the will was run. How we got here, I did not suspect. I expected a hitman. I expected him to still be alive. I expected him hiring people. I didn't expect this. The series of murders were all trapped triggered by something. If we considered a trap that could be set in advance, and that's what he was doing in his last day alive, walking. And knowing the concept of will advance is also very important. There's only one person in the world who meets both of these conditions. That's right, Kiyomasa Kikuri. He was worried that the inheritance would end up with Yoshi and his other sons. I think that's when he decided to test it, to see if anyone was worried. Oh, and so he made it to where if anyone tried to kill and try to do anything to affect the inherents, they would indeed die. These traps were designed to activate when someone tried to knock someone else down. He was trying to interfere with the initial process. Tsukujiro was trying to murder Mizuno. Yashitu was trying to murder Mizuno. Anyone who tries to off anyone will lose both the inherents and their lives. This troop behind the Kakuri family inherents murdered. Okay, I thought it was just gonna be because he hated them and that's why he was doing it. And he just wanted to give all the money to Mizuno. But yeah, the traps were just designed on if you try to take a life, not only would you lose the inheritance, but yours also would be taken instead. I can't accept this. The shaman really set this up. You have no proof. There's evidence. Actually, Kiyomasa has already clearly declared his guilt, and the evidence for I got one trust left. I have to do an entire puzzle. This is the final part. Solving this mystery will be the final step in this case. Let's think this through. Evidence that all the murders are committed by Kiyomasa Kakuri in his own declaration. Well, let's find it. He must have left the declaration. Must have been in writing. It was in the journal. If it's in writing, the first thing and everything called retribution. That's why it all spells retribution. This is a diary he kept. Remember his handwriting well. Let's search for items with the handwriting. If I recall, there are a total of 4 items that each had a peculiar feature. Moreover, since Kiyomasa's declaration is essential, confession the order of the items matters. Imagine his preserved message and read it accurately. It's retribution. I just don't remember what item has what. The first item that had Kiyomasa's message. What was his first message? It would be in the large machete, right? Yeah. It says the order, but okay. So I have to do it in the. Indeed, this is a message, but okay. So it's not the order they happened in. It was the words. Okay. And then it's just gonna be, yeah, it's no good. I'm a fraud. Oh, done already. All right. Then we're just gonna get the end of meeting scene. It kind of baited me with the way that was, where it said that I had to put them in order, but it gave me 2 different orders to do it. Wait, am I having to? Oh, I have to go all the way from here. I have to go all the way from here again? Are you serious? You could have like given me a closer spot. I guess let's just skip through all this again. The part that's gonna suck is having to go through all like the one puzzle thing to monopolize virus. What weapon was used to take Yoshi Kakuri's life? The goddess statue. Then we gotta go through all this again. Either Mizuno. It was because of the empty capsule pill. I'm surprised it didn't just like put me right behind the final trial. It took me far back. Like it took me very, very far back. I think I was here probably like 20-30 minutes ago. Like this is pretty far. This is pretty much the entire case again. All right, where's the evidence to prove it? Yeah, he went down the secret entrance, yada yada yada. Moved something to go underground, they got a statue. Having to remember all this is the biggest pain of it all. A fall. Where's the evidence? Method to make the virus. And then yeah, I have to go to start the evidence puzzle. I have to do. I'm gonna see if I can save after like this evidence puzzle just in case it happens again. All right, what machine can? All right, machine. That would be the chemical machine. To lock the greenhouse and lower. I remember that part. And I have to go through all. I have to go through all the pieces of evidence, and I can't speed up these animations at all. It would be on the wall poster. Yep, I'm glad I remember that right, because I barely read the question. Alright, how is virus concentrate made? And this one just gave me, yeah, the method to make virus in the first place. Like, it just gave me the method. It falls. That's the one that got me, because I couldn't look at the evidence, even though it told me I could. They played me like a fiddle. Alright, I got a Q. Alright, what happened to him is he'd fall with the structure. No, wait, hold up. He would float up. He then fell after. I was thinking too far ahead. But yeah, I'm guessing I'm gonna need to save after I get out of here just so I don't have to redo this again. To the floating Yoshi, he like got severed. What? It told me what happened to him. Oh, it's okay. It asked what happened to him, and then it like said, oh, you know, what happened, but it's not, it doesn't want what happened. It wants what he grabbed onto. You can't be doing this to me. You can't do that to me. That's uncalled for. That's unfair. How was he killed? He was killed by the goddess statue. All right, there we go. The upper side. And then he fell. It stopped suddenly. There we go. And so once we get up here, I'm going to save like 100% so I don't have to do that again. All right, deduction complete. Now, am I able to, can I please press pause? All right, there we go. Save to make sure I don't have to. Yeah, it was about it looks like that because it reloaded the last autosave. I lost a little over 30 minutes from becoming a fraud. Just a bit of time lost. I just have to go through all this, and then the culprit is going to be you. And then now I know it wants the order of retribution. Oh, those are allowed when they're stacked on top of each other. And now once the order of retribution, not the order the items were found. Okay, and then now, all right, now I'm back to where I was. So his first, yeah, his first message is different than everything else. And then it says tree on that. This says beat you. And then 6-shot cylinder, corpse, and it's not that. All right, where's the one that says re on it? Because the revolver, I don't see an engraving on that. His corpse didn't have it. The large machete didn't have it because this just says tree, view, and then this says Shion. It wouldn't be the revolver because his notebook just says tree on it. I'm very confused on where the re is. I guess I'll do the revolver. Okay, it didn't tell me the revolver had it. However, I guess I'll know the rest. The words that emerge from everything arranged are red, and then tree was the notebook, I believe. Yeah. And then after that, it will go. I believe the piece of paper was view. I'm just gonna set it. I'm just gonna Hail Mary. There we go. And then we got the machete this time. And that spells retribution. So they did just give us like the answers of red herring in the beginning when they were talking about what does this machete mean. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but they did give it to us. From these clues, the conclusion that we could draw is this: that he said it was retribution. And I believe he would know that Mizuno wouldn't do anything, and that's why he left the final clue in the notebook instead of on the trap. Because that's the only part that makes sense. He knew that she would look in there, and that she knew the secret. When you put these 4 pieces, messages, retribution. In other words, what goes around comes around. If you try to kill, you're gonna get killed. The note belongs to Kiyomasa, and the handwriting matches his. Isn't that right, Miss Mizuno? Yes, there's no mistake. Indeed, this matches the chairman's handwriting on the documents. After all, only the estate's owner could tamper with the system and set the traps. By deliberately leaving the retribution out, he intended to confess to the crime. If all the traps were triggered and retribution was written, only Mizuno survives. Otherwise, Mizuno likely be suspected hence why you left this note. That is true, because Mizuno was the one that suspected and all that, to ensure that Mizuno's right as the legitimate heir would not be lost. And so he literally did do it knowing his sons would try and kill, but give him a way to, listen, you can prove me wrong and you'll get a lot of money. But I don't believe y'all for a second. That's it. We reached noon. There will be no objections as per the will of the deceased. Mizuno will inherit the estate. I don't like that front-facing sprite. You can turn back around. Thank you. No one? Then, the inheritance meeting will be adjourned. May the heir, Yori Mizuno, be forever blessed. With that, we conclude the meeting. I am very, very glad that Mizuno did not turn out to be the culprit, because I thought it was going to be a plot twist at the end, especially when he started accusing Mizuno himself. I thought it was going to be we cleared her this entire time, but you shouldn't have believed us. She was leading you. She was the one doing it. Also, got achievement steam for making it to the third meeting. The longest 48 hours came to an end. This kind of thing should have been a matter completely unrelated to me. This is not my problem. This ain't my problem. Even so, I don't think I wasted my time. The quest for the truth, I feel like I've learned something from it. Inugami, I can't deny that I owe it to him, at least in part, as annoying as he may be. I really don't think Inugami is the one that did it. I'm very confused on who is the one that killed us, because the two people I suspected the most just aren't the ones that have done it so far. At least I don't think I've done it. Given we have more evidence than we need, but... Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming all this way. I really want to talk to you alone. Some by Inugami has to meet the underground laboratory. What could possibly talk about? Just maybe the founder's death. Probably that. Something you might not want the public to know. Now the inheritance meeting is over. It could be about the founder's murder case. But this person could be the culprit who killed me. Could it be he wants to kill me and prevent being investigated? But if he wanted to silence me, you've already done. He also wouldn't have brought you, and he just wouldn't have agreed to the thing. The angels also haven't appeared in a while. What do I do? Ray? Yes? First of all, I must thank you for solving the case. It was something I brought up myself. By the way, did you find it strange? What do you mean? Someone who upholds the law, I didn't call the Ministry of Security despite the murders. I don't think it's strange. That's because I, a detective, volunteered to investigate. I'm a law enforcer. Don't you think I have an obligation to report to the Security Ministry? Yes, that's true. Then why? Well, the reason is prevent the case from being solved too quickly. Huh? You want the case to be... Oh yeah, because the will needed to be carried out. That's right. At the very least, until one of the brothers revealed how to enter this lab. I didn't want this case to be resolved. That's why I didn't call the ministry, despite the resources and investigation skills. In other words, you wanted to find this lab and wanted the murders to continue for that? That's how you want to interpret it. I don't think he knew that the murder... Well, he knew the murders would happen. That's how he knew a war could even break out. But I don't think he knew that it was set up like this. That he knew these murders would happen before coming here. Kind of, considering the will, and I knew their personalities very well. In fact, I was the one who proposed that idea for that. Wow. So did you ask me since you knew I was a detective as an excuse? Oh. Indeed, what a super detective, you figured it out? Hold on, wait. So you asked me since you knew I was a detective as an excuse, nothing. Hold on, wait a second. This conversation is strange. Indeed, the case had been solved, the murder trap was revealed, and the culprit found. The motive was also clear, and the inheritance was resolved. Everything was settled. Yet the way talks at the incident solution and conclusion were preordained, because they kind of were. I think about it. Inugami said something like that. You're talking you've been piecing together, but hasn't someone guiding you? Could be someone's deceiving you. Oh, was he deceiving us? That someone was not Mizuno. The one who guided me deceiving me. It was him. Actually, it was you. Let me tell you an old story, huh? It was a story you wanted to hear before. It was about why I quit being a private detective. Sure. Let me run first. Allow us to surface. I have to talk to Inugami. Let me run. Let me save as well. Let me make sure I do that. That way I don't get either something breaking like last time or anything else weird happening. I mentioned that was requested by Kiyomasa at the time. Yes, you said the request about money stolen from the safe at Kikuri Pharmaceuticals. The suspect was one of 6 executives of the company, right? Well, remember, you're an excellent detective. Then I, as an even more skilled detective, successfully identified the culprit, supposedly. The story about the company's money being stolen, it was a lie. A lie? The person I apprehended was called Mr. Y for now. He confessed to the theft, however, he insisted that what he stole was not money. He claimed that he only stole some documents. He claimed that he had proof of wrongdoing and intended to use it to expose the situation. But no one believed what Mr. Y said, given his appearance as a petty crook. I also don't trust Mr. Y, but I believe Kiyomasa. He was strict but sincere. His contributions to our country were also significant. And as promised, the thief was dealt with internally with the... Oh, so he was killed. He was made to resign. That was the end of it. No Oh, never mind. No criminal record. You have to take the good with the bad. That's what Kiyomasa said. To achieve your greatness, you need your ideals and to accept all kinds of things. As one aspires to be a just detective, it seemed like too naive an attitude towards evil. But perhaps I was the naive one. Oh, we're gonna talk to him again. Why do you think you're being naive? The money being stolen was a lie? few days after the case was solved, Mr. Y was found dead. I think he was according to the ministry investigation. He overdosed on drugs and drove himself to suicide. Just before Mr. Y's death, he was seen in downtown area wielding a knife. He was reported to have been rampaging and spouting nonsense. And finally, he gouged out his own eyes and oh jeez, that is yeah. To commit suicide by drug overdose breaks many doctrines. No, okay, we can go with that. And didn't seem to have fitting into he stole the company money. I thought this until what happened. A series of bizarre deaths followed, involving people having their eyes gouged out. It was a really sensational case. You probably remember it, right? Well, the ministry suspected a connection with a notorious murderer who did something similar, but I didn't think so, because most of the victims were somehow associated with Kikuri Pharmaceuticals, and among them were the remaining 5 suspects from the theft case I solved. There was no one left to know about the incident besides Kiyomasa and I. Well then, great detective, what do you see from here? Silencing? To silence him, right? That's right, no doubt about it. At the time, doubts and anxieties were beginning to well up inside me, and a letter arrived for me. The sender was Mr. Y. It seems that Mr. Y sent me a letter just before he died. At that time, for some reason, I was moving my office location, so the delivery was delayed. What the truth about the theft? At the time, Y had claimed the wrongdoing was true. No, it wasn't just that. Kiyomasa Kikuri was involved in a crime that could have toppled our country. The evidence materials were a secret ledger and manufacturing process procedure note. These were the actual stolen goods he took. Well, the crooked accounting is one thing, but what about the manufacturing procedures? Oh, I forgot to mention, but the drug that led Mr. Y's suicide? It was a prototype of a certain drug that was spread to... Oh, it was a prototype of virus. And that's why he had a personal interest in this case, because he wanted to figure out all the virus stuff. The very same virus that was being developed here. A crime that could end the country. Perhaps Mr. Y was trying to expose illegal manufacturing of virus. Precisely. As revealed in the meeting, Kiyomasa Kikuri was secretly selling virus that he amassed a fortune rivaling the nation's budget. It wasn't his chemical manufacturing and tobacco smuggling that got him rich. It was virus. You knew about this? Yeah? In fact, that's why you try to find the secret lab and everything. Mr. Y was trying to tell the public, and he failed. No, I stopped him. I still remember his face when I said he was the culprit. I resent myself for immersing the thrill of a mystery solving. Playing detective. I want to strangle myself. That's why, yeah, that would explain why he would want all that, and that's why he wouldn't report the theft. He didn't want the stolen items to be seen in virus, matter, or natural treason, an instant death penalty. Kiyomasa twisted the details and asked me to solve it all to cover up the truth. Perhaps he wasn't sure who stole it and needed to confirm. He wanted to get back the stolen evidence right away, but couldn't trust the ministry. But killing all his suspects, often them all at once, is too conspicuous and dangerous. If he was going to kill him, it had to be one by one, but there wasn't time to spare, so it's better to leave it to a novice detective like me. Someone who seemed likely to identify the culprit quickly, yet not have the inheritance. Just how Inugami discovered you. I acted exactly according to Kiyomasa's intentions and achieved the expected results. Mr. Y was captured and the evidence needed for trial recovered. Kiyomasa won. Remember when I told you that? Yeah, it's like you've been piecing it together, but hasn't someone been guiding you? Could it be someone is deceiving you? That was directed at myself back then. And you have to take the good with the bad. It's wrong. I was the one who took the bad. The evidence reached you. Wasn't collected by Kiyomasa. Perhaps Mr. Y hid just a part of it before he died, for example, by swallowing it. Oh, and then he... Oh, that's kind of gross if he did that. If he did what I think he did after swallowing it, foresaw his own death, probably placed his last hope in the truth in me. So the evidence of Kiyomasa virus crimes indeed reached you, didn't it? Wouldn't it have been better if you made the accusation based on that evidence? I tried to. I couldn't. No, I became unable to. The curse of silencing reached me as well. A group of heretics driven mad by virus attacked my office. Probably agents of Kiyomasa. My office was destroyed and the evidence was stolen. Were you alright? I barely managed to escape. Fleeing is the one thing I'm good at, but there was no guarantee that I would remain safe. I'm the only survivor who knows about Kiyomasa crimes. That's why I decided to quit being a detective and hid in... Oh. Yeah. In darkness, yes, it's a thing. By surrounding darkness, I also made it clear that I was on Kiyomasa's side. I tried to create the impression that I was a fool who wasn't seriously investigating. So just pretending? Of course. While playing the fool, I planned the secret would keep investigating. As I mentioned, I was looking for answers that couldn't be found from the bright side. So it was an act, all that until now is a performance. You know the impression the mummy hunter becomes the mummy? I don't know if what I'm accusing. I'll accuse Mr. Inugami. This so many times. I don't need to be affirmed no matter the excuse. Anyway, that's how and why I quit being a detective. As a follower of the unlawful, I intend to condemn Kiyomasa from the underground. Eradicating the Kikuri family drug business, that became my life's mission. I've managed to find clues since, a lot of them, I think, with this investigation. It has been endlessly difficult and treacherous. I had no investigatory power and certain restrictions that Kiyomasa must never notice. It was a really hopeless situation. Seems that since then, Kiyomasa had become even more cautious. Everything was cleverly hidden and I couldn't even catch a hint of it. It was at the time that the founder came to me, inviting you to be the Minister of Justice. Looking back, the invitation was a godsend. It would provide me with the authority to openly investigate the world's top authority. Even if I couldn't take direct action, I could research while investigating other cases. I could also access part of the records at the past case records at the Ministry of Justice headquarters for clues. Moreover, the founder knew my true intentions and even approved this behavior. Even now, I'm grateful to the founder for this. So what happened next? I made considerable progress thanks to my position and started to understand things. Things that the Kikuri family secret grown tobacco as raw material for virus. See, I already knew about tobacco, why was it left unchecked? Just catching them for that wouldn't do much. Tobacco is legal, but cultivating it isn't. Unfortunately, I couldn't secure evidence of it being sold to heretics. Even if we quickly arrested him, it wouldn't amount much of a crime. Or someone could be framed for the crime, or it could be covered up. Kikuri was cunning. I suspect he bribed officers from the ministries. A half-hearted investigation would only allow him to escape, then he would hide it all. It would make it impossible to find the source and the hidden routes of virus. To prevent that, we needed decisive, irrefutable evidence. Like discovering a hidden Kikuri family virus production facility somewhere. How convenient. Yes, right here. I was looking for this place here. I was determined to find it no matter what. But don't tell me, you actually tried to incite these incidents? And then, finally, the chance presented itself. I was approached by Kiyomasa himself. Was it consultation about the inheritance? No, at first it was just minor things like business advice or complaints about his sons. It seemed like he was assessing me, wondering if I was still looking to that past case. But after a few meetings, he must have assumed I had apathy. He confided me that he was dying. I was really shocked by the reality that this man would soon die. I was also disappointed that I wouldn't be able to catch him alive. At the very least, I must bring virus to light. I had exposed the Kikuri family. I knew Kiyomasa was worried about his sons who would inherit his fortune. The family's downfall was sure. They didn't get along, so dividing the inheritance would surely fail. He didn't want to pass it on to anyone in the company either. They were all just yes men. They were all likely to betray him after his death. He couldn't trust anyone. And then, I was surprised. He repeatedly uttered words of regret. Like, why did it end up like this? He talked about adopting 3 sons as a backup, but making mistakes and... Oh, they're all adopted? He micromanaged the entire company. As a result, no one could grow. I have nothing. He sounded like he regretted his way of life. Maybe his illness mentally fatigued him. He no longer had that intimidating presence. He also mentioned that the only person he could trust was Mizuno, his daily caretaker. It was written in his diary as well. It seemed that Kiyomasa was truly grateful to Mizuno. Felt like it was a little too late, however. Kiyomasa came to me with advice. Is it possible for Mizuno to inherit all my assets? That's when I had an idea. Using this, I came up with a plan to wipe it all out. And that's how we set up that is insane. Yes, it did, and Kiyomasa immediately accepted my idea. It seemed that he hoped the inheritance might bridge the gap between his sons and Mizuno. But As seen from the prisoner's dilemma, it would take a miracle for such a situation to arise. Did you want revenge on Kiyomasa? Did you want to take revenge? As in, you couldn't forgive him for using you? Revenge? Probably not. Well, I did hold a grudge against him for crushing my dreams. That was just me being naive. It's thanks to him I get the chance to be where I am now. I wouldn't say I'm grateful to him. Simply, there was a mission I'd accomplish. I denied the mistakes he had made. Did you know the 3 brothers would die? Yes, I knew it was likely. Although, that was only after I found Caesar was dead. From then on, I realized that I would never get conclusive evidence of them alive. In fact, the results were pretty close to what I predicted. The only thing I didn't expect was your talent in solving the case. It would have been fine if this case remained unsolved, since I found this place. As long as you had evidence of virus, you didn't care about anything else, correct? It's no matter me who dies or who inherits the estate. He didn't care if Mizuno was framed or even killed. Do you think Kiyomasa intended to kill his sons from the beginning? No, that's not the right way to say it. Do you think he thought it was okay to die if one gave in to one's desires? I think he did because, he did retribution. He did set up such dangerous traps. Incorrect. The answer is no. The plan that Kiyomasa and I devised, the traps were supposed to maim, not kill. At worst, they would have ended up in into the hospital. As long as I can make them believe that they would be killed, that alone would have done it. But the traps were actually set up entirely different. They're all traps devised by the Reaper. But why? Have you heard of what happened the day? Yeah, because he walked around and was busy saying the voices and all that stuff. He had been bedridden, but he was suddenly able to walk. He was seen walking around the mansion, I heard. He changed the traps during that time. And that's when he put retribution on everything. But the disease may have caused more damage than expected. His body becomes so weak that he can only get up on his own. So in the end, he even used it on himself as a stimulant. Virus. So then that was the special medicine that Doma mentioned. But without a doubt, it was virus. What would administering virus do? In the case of Mr. Y, after the crime, he took his own life. And how about Kiyomasa? It led to the murder of his own sons? An overdose of it transforms us into different people and drives us to a frenzy. That's where I have to completely eradicate virus. We're doing the Shuten Order equivalent of mixing fentanyl and ketamine. Yeah, this thing really needs to go. Well, the heretics want something like that. It said to be ritualistic guidance for getting closer. God, you do understand how the virus could end the Shuten Order, right? I decided to make it my life's work to eradicate virus. It's also a way to repay the founder for accepting me. Are you really? I don't think he's the one that killed me. Maybe so, maybe not. The more we talk, the less I understand what kind of person you are. If Inugami is the culprit, there's also no way you're gonna find evidence. You have to take your soul back from the culprit by killing the murderer. Am I even capable of killing? But finally, my favorite wish has been fulfilled. In the end, I couldn't arrest Kiyomasa. He managed to clearly evade punishment. Oh yeah, also like solving this case and helping him do all this casework would be, I guess, a big reason why he'd be willing to tell us a bunch of stuff about the founder's death, because he has such a personal vested interest in everything. I lost. He was a horrible man. Inugami, I understand why you planned something like this, and I get your feelings as well. Really? Even though I don't understand my own heart? Please don't make fun of me. Please stop making fun of me, Inugami. What I'm saying is, whatever reason, what you did was incitement to murder, even if that wasn't your intention. Is that really what they call negligence? Not really caring if someone gets killed and just turning a blind eye? So I guess the great detective next job would be suing the instigator? No? I have another job that needs your attention. Oh yeah, that's right, you're investigating the murder of the founder. Thinking you atone for your sins in some ways. It's not for me to judge, but I know. If the founder were still alive, I would have sought to have him punish me. Really, the founder? I was thinking about resigning from my position at the Ministry of Justice when this is over, despite the feelings that he would have forgiven me. But I still want to quit my job, and then... No, since the founder passed away, that became an impossible dream. How can I make up for it? If I saved the world, would I be forgiven? I'm just kidding. But if I had a chance, I'd like to give it a try. Try to be a hero. I've always admired the thing called justice. Well, you're welcome for listening, but why tell it to me? If you hadn't, no one would have ever known. I guess maybe as a way to confess. I wonder why. Maybe I just wanted to get off my chest. So, what are you gonna do now? I have nothing to do, so I was planning to go and die somewhere. I don't even... There's two different ways you can interpret that. But meeting you has changed my mind. Meeting me. There are detectives like you whose future plans are unknown, then my life may be worth living. Are you? From now on, I want to watch closely as you solve the case. I want to support you. How about it? Would you have to hire me as an assistant? I can be paid after case is resolved. I'm sorry. I don't really trust you much either. You are also a suspect in my case. Even in the meeting just now, you pretended to be the culprit. But it was you who suspected me. By my calculations, that was the shortest way of getting to the truth, and it was fun. That is true. Well, enough joking. Shall we head back now? Everyone's probably waiting for us. Aren't you forgetting your promise? That once your quest is finished, you would tell me the rest of the founder incident? Yes, I haven't forgotten. I'll tell you when we leave. But only if the area off the island is still safe. What do you mean? Come on, let's go. We'll catch the virus. Here's the exit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm really curious on what he means by if the island is still safe. Like, did something happen? Because we know that the heretics attacked the security and the science branches, but we don't know what else they have done, like, yet. We just know that they did do stuff. Hey, Mizuno. I mean, President. Oh, President. Despite being accused of the meeting, you stood your ground for remarkable bravery. That is a great skill. You have an important skill set for the company. Please help us. Oh no, flies already buzzing you around. How shameful. Oh, really? We're just immediately latching onto the like closest rich guy here. She's an unbashful, unashamed gold digger. More importantly, Mizuno, what do you plan to do with that greenhouse? Nothing really. How about you leave the management to me? I have some knowledge about drugs. Are you discussing plans in front of the head of Ministry of Justice? I'm not impressed. By the way, Shitori, upon returning, you'll be questioned in the Ministry of Justice. The evidence was in the log in the underground laboratory. I still haven't forgotten how you called me a murderer. As for the greenhouse door, we'll take it over. After all, it'd be dangerous if the virus falls in the hand of heretics. You're saying that you're gonna use it for yourself? Let's just pretend I didn't hear any of that. After all, I'm in a good mood. And all of this is thanks to discovering an interesting talent named Rashimobe. Well, I have a feeling something exciting is going to happen. I just want to confirm one thing. You really are not the culprit in the Kakuri family murder case? Your detective has already provided an answer, hasn't he? So isn't that correct? Haha. The message has been brought to the mansion. Maybe an uncle boat, but it's the only way to get to the other side. Oh, it's okay, I don't mind. Boat needs rowers. Hey, it's your turn. Me. Someone likes boss. Did you say something? No. Or rather, when we get to the other side, please continue with that topic. Oh, yes, of course. But still, it's wordy. This is your punishment for trusting me. We'll do the talk tomorrow instead. None of the tough for joking around, you know. I don't really understand, but then I'll go ahead and wait on the boat. Oh, that's right. Don't you need to bring your friends on the boat? What? Oh. Oh, at least we know they're not in my head anymore. Like, I thought they were always in my head, but you knew? Let me give you a word of advice. Don't believe what he knows a bit more too much than I was going with. He knows, I think, that we're the founder. He knows a bit more than that. Well, I'll be waiting, so go and say goodbyes. He means the angels, right? Don't believe what they say. He knows a lot of stuff. For the order, for my own sake. What's wrong? I'm starting to lose track. Hi there. Hi, Miss Mizuno. The meeting anyone found any issue? What can I say? I'm glad that you're alive. It's all thanks to you. More for you, I probably would have been broken down and confessed to a crime I didn't do. You say you don't think so, I 100% believe so. Like, I 100% believe it. You have such willpower, even after inheriting a fortune. It wouldn't corrupt you. Everyone says that until they get that much wealth. Like, someone that wouldn't go corrupt for, like, you know, even $100 million might go corrupt when you start having B's and possibly T's and, like, at the end instead. For someone like me, you're doing it again. I still can't get rid of the habit. Well, it's only been a day. It normally takes, it was like either 21 or 28 days to have habits. I feel like I've become a little more positive. As for the inheritance, I haven't really felt the reality of it yet. I just hope I can use this money to improve the Shuten Order, even if it's just a bit. Shuten Order? Nothing, you're right. To make the order a little better. One last thing. Can I hold your hand? Of course you can. Hold as much as you want. I'll never forget today, and you too. I'm oh man, that I'm gonna need I need a second. What? I yeah, I'm gonna need a second to process what just happened. I I thought everything was done. I thought it'd be a nice little we leave a museum, we find out a bunch of information about the founder's death, get the keywords, be fine. I liked Mizuno. She's probably one of my favorite characters in this game. It's like so far it's her and Ray. And for there's no question on what just happened. There's no questions about is she dead or not, because the hole you could see in the forehead, and it just happened. I don't know who did it, but I will personally take care of whoever just did this. I don't if the 3 murders of the sons are done by someone else, even if it was done by Mizuno, I'd overlook it. But murdering Mizuno like this, I don't want to press A. I don't want this to be reality, but I guess gonna have to do it. Yeah. What? Yeah, that was a gunshot. Oh. I hate them. I want them all gone. Why the heretics? Just run. You cannot die. What do you mean? Inugami, I think, knows. If we survive, let's meet again. Oh. I don't think she could hold on. And then you managed to survive, but you were supposed to be happy. Right over here, don't bother with that corpse. Let's get out of here. But no, Mizuno, she's, I don't want to say the words, but she's not, there's no saving it, sadly. She's, I don't want to accept reality of that situation. Oh. My body can't walk anymore. Now I'm going to, what can I do? That's a serious injury. May not be possible to repair it. And what can we do? There is still plenty of time until the next dawn. It is unavoidable. We should finish it for her. Well, I guess she is useless now, so there is no other way. So, I'll see you around. Yes, Ray, you did your best, although, guess that wasn't enough. Wait, what? So where are we going? Yeah, help. One last thing. Can I hold your hand? I'll never forget today. Never forget. You did your best, although guess that wasn't enough. Never forget. Yeah, I was half and half on trusting them. I have no trust in them anymore. Never forget. Yeah, no, I don't like them. I don't trust them whatsoever. All my trust in them is gone. I won't ever forget Mizuno, ever. It will be like truly a never forget thing there. To be continued. That ending, I know they have to send us back on the loop and all that stuff, but man, and he did tell us not to trust him at all, and so I am not going to trust him because I was half and half, but I think I'm just going to have the same dialogue as last time. Let me see. Where am I? Yeah, reincarnation. That's how it goes. Yeah, and then it's just explained in the beginning, and you've been chosen, I have to do this, and it tells me about the trial again. And then I have to use the power revelation to choose the culprits. Alright, so I learned a lot of information about the Order, how it works, and a bunch of secrets last time. However, I don't think I learned... Inugami, I don't think, did it. Inugami knew a lot. He knew about them. He said not to trust them. And he also said that he knew, I think, that we were the founder. He also knew not to trust it, and he knew about the trial and everything. I think he knew a lot more than he let on. Alright, so I got 3 more choices left. I have between the Ministry of Security, Yugen... I want to save her for last. Like, she has my favorite design. She looks like she's going to be probably my favorite character, not going to lie. Just an inkling just looking at that. What's his thing again? Extreme Escape Adventure. And hers is a stealth action horror. Alright, I'm gonna think about this real quick. I'm gonna go, let's go. I'm gonna go grab some more water real quick, and then I will make my choice. I'll think about my choice in the meantime, and I will be back in about 5-ish minutes. And I'll go from there. Anyway, BRB. Let me pop open the chat stuff real quick. And then I've made my choice. And I have turned my lights off just for the occasion because we are gonna do some stealth action horror. Let me make sure everything is like, because I have like a little bit of light on. I have to make sure that, you know, my thing is, you know, I'm not like I'm being captured right now. But it's time. I've decided, because we haven't done these two, honestly, yeah, my favorite design of the ministers. His, I'll save that for second to last. However, I think it's time we do one of the girls, and because I want to do her last, the only other option was Manji Fujiko, the stealth action horror. This Queen of Heretic Hunting. I don't know what to expect here. When it says stealth action horror, I don't know what to expect, and I am worried. But, because I'm not good with horror at all. I am not, I'm horrible with it. Like, that's why for like Halloween week and all that, I'm going to be doing stuff probably like Call of Duty Zombies is the scariest thing I'm going to be playing, because I'm just horrible with it. And plus, I have a couple other things I want to do on it. Like, on that week, I know I have a couple of other things. Don't want to spoil anything, but they're not scary games, I'll say that much. Like, Outlast, I'm not doing something like Outlast. That is, I think, the one horror game I've played. I played that with a couple people before at like one of my friends' houses, like long ago when it first came out. And that game was like, that scared the hell out of me doing it. I will not forget that game. That thing, it will haunt me. The murders, the Ministry of Security, Manji Fujiko. Am I sure about that? I'm not sure about it, any of these murders anymore, just because we've investigated two different people and they've both been wrong. No, it may just be my imagination. But okay, if it's what the powers show me, then it's sure to be correct. Any choice that may have led to me killing that person. Well, then let's head to the Ministry of Security, arrest the culprit immediately. Still don't understand anything. Ministry of Security, those people that ran me out of Order HQ, that's them? If we were to show up there, I could be arrested, right? Probably. What do you mean, probably? You say all it has nothing to do with you. No, calm down. Shouldn't we start with an explanation of the Ministry of Security? What sort of place is the Ministry of Security? Probably speaking, it's the police. They're one of the 5 pillars of the Shuten Order. They deal with public order. Of course, they don't just guard the order's responsibilities, they also catch criminals. Their most important duty is to eliminate any heretic who rebel against the order. And at the forefront is one of the order's highest ranking ministers. That is not the sprite I imagined for her on there. I don't see how she acted at the order headquarters. Reason is the word that doesn't exist in her lexicon. She managed to ramp, we don't even know if it's ramp. She somehow flew in through the window on a motorcycle. That is kind of impressive. She's impulsive, the type whose hand and feet are right before her head, particularly when it comes to heretics. She often refers to them as evil. The Queen of Heretic Hunting, she's called. Rumor is that her sole purpose in life is torturing heretics. She's a sadistic psycho. Honestly, the Ministry of Security is the last group of people we want to deal with. After all, they're a militant group and its ministers are monsters beyond belief. But she's the culprit, then there's no doubt. I'll find a way to track her down. Can I change it to a different minister? Come on, what are you gonna do if you're scared? If Ray saw it, then she must be a culprit. But aren't they really bad? They're a military group, right? How can an ordinary person like me deal with them? You're not ordinary, you're the founder, right? You could win in a fight. I hate violence. I'm glad that she hates violence more than anything, and that is just consistent with like her personality, with what we've seen in the war before this, where they were non-violent. They did not kill, they did not do anything. They were like Sasuke Uchiha maxing, no killing, only injuries. No, I don't even think they injured. I don't even think they hurt anyone. I think they just demoralized them heavily by blowing up facilities at the cost of a bunch of their lives. Well, even though they're a militant group, they usually have their citizens' backs. You approach them as a civilian, maybe there's a chance at dialogue. But even if we're able to talk, it's not like she's the type to confess her sins. She's a sadistic psycho. There's no way I can get her to confess. And if she's the culprit, then I have to kill her, right? That merciless beast. We'll get her to confess she's the culprit. Now that we know, let's start straight into the Ministry of Security. It's good to be bold, but we need to be careful. This is our one and only chance. We cannot afford to fail. When approaching Manji Fushigo, be careful not to reveal your identity, and you have to pick the best time to bring the murdering of the founder. But I don't think she'll admit to anything, unless we have proof. Yeah, if we have physical evidence, it's going to be the torso. It may have the one part that needs to be found is the torso. If talking doesn't sell it, we're going to need to find where the body is hidden. While we're at it, let's see how the ministry is divided up the body. I'm sure we can figure out how the murder is committed. I mean, I am a little. No, seeing my own course would probably drive me crazy. Yeah, we don't have time to grumble. There's only a 3-day time limit. Let's get started. Our destination, Ministry of Security. Let's go. I confirm the location of the Ministry of Security HQ. I'll guide you there. Are we really going? Yeah, we're really going. We're really doing this. I don't know what to expect. I will say I'm not gonna probably get the furthest in this route today. Let me save real quick, by the way, just because it's been just a tiny bit. I'm probably only gonna get maybe, I want to say probably an hour or two into it, and then I'm gonna try and do the rest of it all next time I stream Shuten Order, which right now I'm planning on it being probably, because I know I'm gonna do something else on Tuesday. I need the schedule for the next week will be posted either late tonight or tomorrow on Twitter, and then updated in the Twitch panels and whatnot as well. So you can check either one of those, because I think my YouTube external links I now have. I believe I now have that, and so you should be able to click on there on YouTube. If not, if you're on Twitch, there's the Twitter panel or the schedule that should be updated tomorrow. And I believe on Tuesday I'm going to be doing something else. I don't know fully what yet. I do have some ideas. And then on Wednesday, I believe I will do more of this route. I believe is when I'm gonna plan on doing Shuten Order. It will either be Wednesday, or if not Wednesday, it'll be Thursday. Like I said, I'm busy finalizing the rest of it, and so it will be posted about an hour or two after this stream, somewhat, or either an hour or two after the stream, or at in the mid-afternoon tomorrow, one or the other. Anyway, let's take a ride. It's weird knowing that this was built about the bodies of people that were the sacrifices. That is weird to now know. Let's actually go look at the keywords. Did we get that as a keyword? Because we have Inugami and Eon's testimony. He believes the founder's male, founder's female. Suspicions about Kakushiken. Knife, Inugami, Eon's alibi, finding in the prayer room. The city had walls. That is weird that he muses that perhaps constructing a high wall around the city might ensure everyone's safety. It is weird that that is part of the evidence or the keyword or whatever. Shuten is a massive sealed room, so does he not know about that then? Does he not know about the massive sealed room stuff, or is one of them lying? That is the question. Alright, let us move. I'm really curious on what's going to happen here, because when it says action horror, I don't know what it means by this. If it goes as planned, we should arrive in 30 minutes. Prepare yourself mentally. 30 minutes, not possible. That is true. We could just be tortured for a long time, given Teko tried to do that to us before everything else happened. I'm afraid of the horror part. I turned off my lights and everything for the most part, besides bathroom light just to shine in just a bit, so I could at least be somewhat seen. But I'm gonna give in fully to the horror aspect of this. This taxi isn't moving. That's what we call traffic. I'm sorry, it looks like there's a bit of a traffic jam. Oh, don't worry about it. But traffic jams are unusual. What's going on? Did something happen? Did you use the power of God because you don't want to go? Excuse me? Don't worry about it. Is everyone going somewhere today? Oh, wasn't yesterday National Foundation Day? There was a celebration. You're going somewhere? Hey, no traveling. Traveling? Remember the Shuten Order? You didn't. I don't think I was told that. This country is built by an apocalyptic religious group where people can coexist outside the city. There's no place for believers. Everyone here knows that. I see. Conversely, basically no one comes in from the outside either. The national border is controlled by the mission security. It's their duty, their job to protect the citizens from the outside threats. It'd be impossible for a normal human to even cross the national border. Somehow, it seems that this country has changed. If you think that, then it means you're currently thinking like a normal human. That's a good sign. Alright, so there is something... I don't know... It's like they want us to be a normal human. But however, the way everything went with the end of Inugami's route, I don't trust them whatsoever. Excuse me, I just received a call over the radio just now. Apparently there's some kind of incident or accident up ahead and the road is closed. We're almost at the destination, but at this rate, it'll be a little bit longer. Oh, I see. This always happens when I'm in a hurry. It's so unlucky. Ask the driver how far is the walk from the mission security from here. You could just ask yourself. How long would it take to walk to mystery headquarters from here? About 15 minutes. Well, let's walk. Pay the man. Okay, I'll walk from here. I'll have to pay, please. Sorry about that. Oh, we got a little CG of us leaving the taxi. Isn't it some major show, right? Let's walk double time. Like when you really need to go to the bathroom, but still want to look elegant. This road goes to mission security. It's just north past Central Shuten Station. Okay. Alright. This traffic is ridiculous. Looks like it won't be moving anytime soon. This rate might be faster to walk. Alright, it is a bit weird having full control over this. Let's talk to him. Why is the road jammed? Seems that there's some kind of incident or action ahead. I see. It's always been peaceful, but there's been a lot of trouble lately. This must be fault those heretics. Can I talk to her? Nice. Happy new one. I'm glad I'm in the Shuten Order. I feel like I got my real stuff back thanks to joining you. I'm set free, but I truly won't know freedom until the end comes. Can't the end just come already? Alright, so he said that it's hard for people to get in, but it seems like she went in because she's like, I'm so glad I became part of the Shuten Order. Also, I will say moving around like this is a bit weird. All right, how this place is quite lively. It feels like maybe because it is a city. It feels like the downtown area of a regional town. I don't think we've ever seen the behind the back. So the wings are just a backpack. I was right because I don't think they've ever turned around. The wings are just a backpack on him. That makes me even more suspicious. And the wire is just coming out of his head, like. And so, yeah, I don't think he's an angel at all. I think it's just an outfit they wear, then they call themselves that. I don't believe him whatsoever. Seems like something's happening. What? Alright. Wait. Please tell me I can, like, go over here. Because is that how... I'm pretty sure that's how they spell, like, Tokyo Games, right? I'm gonna double check that real quick on Steam. I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled. I'm pretty sure that is... Where is... Okay, I'm not gonna find it through Shuten Order because it's definitely not developed by them. Last Defense Academy. Yeah, that is just Tokyo Games, like Easter. Is that a picture of like Tokyo Cinema? I don't think that's an actual picture of people. But no, that's I love that so much, Tokyo Sim, because I don't think you would see it unless you like looked over there. Makes me wonder if I missed anything else. Like I can't read that text up there at all. Let me go in here. Let me just try and leave. I have no reason to board the train now. I'm concerned about that throng. The throng? Has anyone called a group of people a throng of people? What? Alright, and we already know about the statue. Let's go check what's going on here. Don't come any closer. One step further and she gets it. What is this? Is this the incident? Heretic, put down your weapon down and release the hostage immediately. Why? Don't you understand? You're all crazy. Everyone in this country is a lie. Oh, everything in this country is a wake up. That's a heretic. Every single one of you is being deceived by the Shuten Order. Believers will be sick. God, he'll say it was the end of the world must be averted. Call me a heretic, but I'm a child guy. If you can't obey God, your life's not worth living. All of you will perish. Stop. That sound. You're my way. Everyone might want to move. That motorcycle is flying in. Oh, don't block my way. He should be dead if that just hit him like full on. Oh no, I just ran some over. Thank you for arriving early. You should have taken care of this yourself. Eric was cowardly enough to take a hostage. It reminds me of that one FPS Russia clip of like, we don't negotiate with terrorists, and we surely don't negotiate with their hostages. That's what she's reminding me of. If you wiped them all at once, it'd be over an instant. There is not to beat up heretics. Oh, at least nothing in the Shuten Doctrine. Make sure to remember that. Understood. Blessed be the Shuten Order. In a blink of an eye, case closed. The woman is held hostage, has also been injured. I wonder if she's okay. She's not moving at all. Seriously, this is outrageous. The security is supposed to protect citizens. It's just I thought this woman must be the culprit. Ray was right. I don't believe it. I don't believe any of them are culprit. I believe y'all did this. Or at least y'all are connected to this. As soon as I saw her, I started to feel the same way. I knew I made the right choice. She's the type who easily harm others. It wouldn't surprise me if she's killed. Okay, I will admit, she's probably a bit of a psycho. That doesn't mean she did anything to you. She's just a bit crazy. Even me. What should we do about this heretic? I'll torture him in HQ, find who's pulling these heretic shrinks. One by one, stick your fingers in a blender until you talk. It talks? What, Mifa, are you gonna lecture me about how to torture is against it? Alright, no, I have to make sure. What is this dude's voice? I need to look this up real quick. What is his voice? Voice actor, meet the voice actor, Shuten Order. Let's see. Why do I? It sounds familiar, but it only looks like he has 2 credited roles. Am I seeing this right? Alright, I found a thing that is not him at all, I believe. He's not. I don't think this guy's a character from Alice in Borderland, because that's what I am seeing. Published manga. This is not him, I believe. And so, no, I don't know why I recognize his voice, even though it doesn't look like he is in anything. Also, when I searched it up, I get, for some reason, a recommendation for detectives these days are crazy. And so, no, I don't know why his voice sounds somewhat familiar. I don't know. I recognize that. I either recognize her voice and I'm right, like, what's this? Arail being Teddy from Persona 4. I recognize that one. However, I didn't get the others. I've gotten some others wrong. I do wish you'd stop using me to carry such filthy garbage. Stop making a fuss. Oh, what? It even has a sprite and everything. One more thing. It's been 3 days since you had a bath. Like, mainly with all the workout she's doing and all that stuff. Like, she... We assemble you into a toy scooter. It's for the sake of your health. Today's young ladies need to be healthy. You know your own body well, don't you? Fine, but just a shower, okay? For a motorbike, you're a real chatterbox. Alright, I'm waving the hair. You guys taking the HQ? Oh yeah, I just realized I don't think y'all can see this, like, beautiful sprite. One sec. There we go. Look at this beautiful thing. I love it. And its head moved whenever it talks. I don't know if it's gonna show it. If it does it again, I'll try and show it, but... No, he's just standing in front of it. That's messed up. Understood? Let's head back, Mifa. What, you're gonna ride after all? Oh, looks like you've got lots of your... Okay, how are you seeing that? That's it. I'm taking you to car wash. Stop complaining. Let's go home. Is that motorcycle speaking? Right, don't space out. She's right in front of us. Now's our chance. Well, there she goes. You hesitated too long. She's gone. Follow her right away. Probably for mission security. Let's sit to the plane. Hurry up, Ray. Okay. But how do we get a confession after all this mess? I don't have any confidence. After seeing her, I've even less. To begin with, I don't think this is someone I can talk to properly. What's next worries me. Alright, so this place cleared out pretty fast. I kind of want to just go to Tokyo Cinema. Let's go over here. What a creepy decoration. I know it's a festival, but I don't get the sensibility in this country. I don't know why. I don't think this is a reference to that whatsoever, because I don't even think it looks the same. but for some reason it reminds me of that one thing when you see like the videos of the people that travel to North Korea, like in Pyongyang, they have the like flower bed thing that you can put some flowers on and stuff. I don't know why it reminded me of that. Like, this is a place where you go and, but I guess in Pyongyang you'd pay respect to, I forget if it's for the North Koreans in general or if it's for the Kim Jong, like one of the Kim Jongs or the Kim Jong dynasty or what it is. I don't know much about it. It just reminded me of that. Also, is that part of the statue right there, or is that a cloud? I cannot tell because how tall the statue is and the fact that we're close to it. All right, I think it's just a cloud. All right, so do I just go down this street? All right, move. All right. Okay, why did it have a car? Like, we did not take a car here. So this is the Ministry Security Headquarters. It feels really strange. I can't see an angry woman anywhere. She must already be inside. Let's head inside too. But is this place safe for the general public to enter? Of course. There should be a consultation desk for citizens. You should be able to inquire about Manji Fujigo there. Don't you think that's suspicious if we just go up and ask about her? Well, it's not like we're doing anything wrong. Let's go on and smash it. Let's not break anything. Also, is this just a paper board right here with the numbers? You can't really see, I guess, with her head in the way, but I think this is just a paper board with the numbers and they just replace it manually. These are posters of wanted heretics and posters raising awareness about illicit drugs. Well, we dealt with those, and okay, how the heck am I supposed to? You guys see that star up there? How am I supposed to look at that? How am I supposed to climb up there to talk to that? Comfortable, peaceful, and free life. Living here is like a paradise. Heretics are a bit scary, but Ministry of Security will handle them. I consider myself lucky for being able to wait for the end in such a wonderful place. Happy new one. Have a good end. Didn't we see you already? Oh, never mind, you have a mask on. She just entered and returned to the headquarters. She was amazing and cool today. I wish I was like her. One day, Mr. Manji saved me. Mrs. Manji, not Mr. I don't know why I said Mr. Haven't I seen you as well? Your mask is dope. Mine's pretty good too, right? So it happens I modeled for a fashion magazine the other day to be a style icon of this country. Impeccable. He looks familiar. Like, he looks like he's supposed to be a reference to something. I don't know what, but he looks like it's not Detective Conan at all. I don't believe at all. I wouldn't know that one, I think, because I've never seen that. But that does look like that design. I know it's like kind of a stereotypical detective outfit, but it does remind me of something. I don't know exactly what. Can I see what this is? Are those ministry slogans? Various phrases are hanging from the walls. Long live Shuten ends primacy, perish, end is near, enforce justice. There's so many, it's creepy. Yeah, it really is. The guard badges have the same inscription. Is this the logo of Ministry of Security? Can I talk to the guard? Is something the matter? You're pale. I just don't go outside, man. Don't be judging. If you're having trouble, you should visit information for citizens. They should direct you to a department that can address your issue appropriately. Thank you. Still, I want to find my healer, but she won't help me out of kindness. Ministry of Security is a hero protecting. Ministry of Security is a hero protecting the citizens. You can leave it to us. All right, let's move in. Are we gonna fall for the hey, go talk to the information and you're gonna get trapped thing? And are we gonna fall for that again? Okay, what are you doing here? Yesterday, heretics caused an uproar in front of the station, but thanks to Manji Security, they were suppressed. No matter how much they tried to devastate the city, with the ministry here, we're safe. All right, so I imagine it's more reuse rights and whatnot. That's a huge mirror. Oh, let's go to the bathroom. I don't need to use the restroom right now. I guess I don't. How about their itinerary? There's no window for ministry meeting appointments. I guess regular citizens don't usually come to meet ministers. To be fair, they might not have just tried. I was just taught information. Do you have a moment? I'd like to speak with Manji Fushi. Wow, you were very direct. May I have your name? Oh, no, I don't have an appointment. However, I should only talk with her. I'm sorry, but I cannot let anyone in without an appointment. Well, let's up with this. It's important. It's an emergency. Something wrong here. Oh, this person would like to meet Miss Fujigo. They said they don't have an appointment, but they said they have something important to say. It's important to tell Minister Fujigo. Oh no, the atmosphere's changed. Oh, we're gonna be taken in as heretics. Just yesterday, there was a suspicious intruder at the order headquarters. Say, I can't let anyone suspicious through. Instead, tell me what you have to say. Can you step over here for a moment? Oh yeah, we're in so much trouble. We are being... No, Ray, you were very bad at this. Just remember, I have some other things to do today. What do? It's bad if I'm taken away like this. I need your help. And they're probably gone. Oh, well, that was fast. This is... What? It seems to be an alarm. Could they have found out about me? Attention all staff. Eric number 1 is believed to be a murder victim of Nephilim. Location, the Yamato building in the illegal area. Task force to respond immediately. Repeat. Isn't that... Hold up. In the Yamato building in the illegal area. The Yamato not Yamato. Yamato. Nephilim. Hey, this place is closed. Get out now. Get out now. Okay. Well, now we have that going on. I'm not seeing any of the horror stuff outside that loud alarm. We got kicked out. They said something about the victims in Nephilim. I wonder what's happened. Are you curious? As expected, the founders seem to still care for this country. Managing official just exit the building. Mifa, let's go. As you wish. Oh, she's just booking it. Oop, close call. And she's gone. Is that supposed to... Okay, I was about to say, is that no one's gonna die out or is it like go stuck? Call a taxi and we'll chase after her. There's no way we can catch up with that bike. I know where we need to go. The intercom's to the Yamato building, didn't it? Now's our chance. If we miss this chance, we may never find her again before it's too late. Come on, we have to hurry. Fine, okay. Let's go take this taxi. It gave us like a showing up animation for like a taxi that we didn't take here, but we don't get one driving away right now. It's a bit messed up, don't you think? It did seem like a big deal. Well, if Nephilim were so impure, I knew you knew something. What is it? This Nephilim is the name of a homicidal maniac who shook Shuten to this core. Unidentifiable. Wait. Why does he only have one eye? A brutal murder is made his mark in the country's history. They say that Nephilim has supposedly killed between 50 and 100 people. Jeez. And all victims had both their eyes gouged out with a drill-like weapon. Their eyes were... Apparently Nephilim favors using jackhammers as weapons. But why would that be? There are plenty of rumors, but nothing's actually known. It's so unrealistic that it's almost like an urban legend. The first murder of Nephilim occurred long ago. The victims were 5 children, and they... 21 testimony of the one child who managed to escape. The perpetrator was dressed in a cartoonish costume and wielding a jackhammer. For a while now, a new victim... For a while there, a new victim is discovered almost every day. Didn't the Order of the Founder do anything about it? They didn't do a thing, of course. The Ministry of Security just designated Nephilim as a threat to order. However, as a sense in their movements, the killing suddenly stopped. So Nephilim has never been caught. Well, the Nephilim actually ever... Well, we know that people gouging their own eyes out. We know some of that is from reactions to the virus stuff driving them to do that. And so if Nephilim doesn't exist, then it would connect to what we learned there. Even within the Order, there's still many who doubt it ever existed. Nephilim never existed. Truthfully, it could have been made up by heretics or a disembodied spirit. Wait, yeah, disembodied. There's a lot of speculation, but nobody knows his true identity yet. Now, like all urban legends, only the most bizarre facts are passed down. But it's true that there were victims, right? That's why it's so important to the Ministry of Security. It seemed like it had fallen quite over these last few years, but only recently had more victims been reported. I've heard that Ministry of Security is also pushing for an armed response. Yeah, I believe it has to do with virus. Excuse me? Yes. Well, what were you talking about just now? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Did you hear me talking about that? I must have been talking too loud. He knows. He knows something. He's gonna take us all out. Oh, we get this again. It's been a while since we've seen this map. We're getting close to Ryoga. Now, it did say that the Ministry of Security was under attack in the science route, so I wonder if we're gonna see that or if this is what's it. I am nervous on what this horror stuff means if it involves getting our eyes drilled out. The driver seems suspicious to me. Don't worry about it. The story of Nephilim is well known in Shuten. Besides, we just came from the security, so he must think that we're with them. Then why the questioning? It's not so much what you're saying that makes him suspicious, but what you're talking about. Am I being suspicious by just talking? Hey, there's a car over there. Is that angry woman over there too? I'll go check it out. Oh. Yeah, why'd she just run over there? Oh, you two are over here. I'm starting to worry about you two guys always being around me. Wait, actually, wasn't this actually you with the mask and everything? I heard rumors that he appeared again. You know, Nephilim. If the rumors are true, he really existed a legendary murder. I believe I've seen... Oh, there's a murder inside that building. Can you believe that murder? Someone was killed. Even in this forbidden area, the murders are rare. This must have been a work of the heretics hiding here. Well, if this place is forbidden, how are you all here? I guess if there was this, there would be a scene. Seems like something happened in that building. It's completely blocked off. The building could be full of Nephilim's victims, or maybe even Nephilim inside the murder. That's true, then Fushika must be among them. The mystery must want to stop Nephilim at all costs, if only to keep the heretics in line. The heretics, is there some relation between the heretics and Nephilim? Even though you're the founder, you seem to have zero idea about the order. Shuten Order Doctrine does not condone murder or harming of others. Though they are pacifists through and through, there's no concept of murder or assault here. There's no way that someone who kills civilians would ever be a member of Shuten Order. So in other words, Nephilim is also a heretic. But that means... So they can't be part of the Shuten Order, but they're here. But there are sacrifices made in this country, right? And also that Fushika person also ran over an innocent civilian. Death by sacrifices outside the scope of the doctrine. It's a ritual after all. Moreover, barely ever performed these days. Oh, I see. As for the ministry, handling heretics in the public's best interest and a privilege. Otherwise, they'd be out of a job. Privilege. So why not use that privilege to your advantage and kill someone? Well, some do. We learned that in Taco's route. A person like that sure would have no problem doing so. Anyway, the moment you commit murder, you're considered a heretic, right? That since Nephilim's recent reemergence, the heretics have support of Nephilim has been growing rapidly. Homicidal maniac. Wait. Oh, she meant like homicidal maniac because they're supporting a homicidal maniac. More needs weapons doesn't. That's what Nephilim's all about. Heretics will use any means necessary to appease them. That's how loyal they are. However, the Shuten Order does not recognize their belief. That's why there's conflict, because they don't recognize the heretics. By the way, which do you serve me? Oh, yeah. Them cutting that off is there. Who cared about heretics? They've forgotten purpose. The one you're after isn't the murderer, it's managing. Oh wait, you're right, but we can't do anything with this man. Security guards, all we can do now is wait till she comes out. What are you talking about? Now's your chance. We know she's in there. There's no way we can miss the opportunity. We have to catch her and make her confess now. Maybe sneaking into a crime scene. If you miss this now, you may not get another chance until after the third day. And you know what happened? It'll be too late and you won't be able to be revived. Is that a threat? Like, no, this is... I'm really worried about this horror aspect if this is what's going on. Also, let me save since it's been about a little 30 minutes, because in the Inugami route, we did run into a lot of, like, a little bit of error issue stuff. Okay, restart over here, might be able to get in. There's no choice but to go in. This is, wait, this is no time for chit chat. I'm very... Oh, I recognize this place. We saw this in Inugami's thing. So I guess this is what he meant by he was in the darkness, he was in the forbidden area. It's dark and scary. She's nowhere to be found. Now, it's like a little further. Fine, okay. Oh. Oh, and he has no eyes. Wow. Found her, and she's alone, so lucky. Well, hang on, what's that line over there? I don't want to... What's this over here? Are you sure? So dim here. It's here. Something's working nearby. Is this an abandoned office? Oh, it's saying, why is it saying, are you sure? Glass shards are all over, some scattered. Did a window break? Oh, she might have broken it. What's this eye over here? Oh, I can't, there we go, I can click on it now. This place is covered with creepy drawings. Could that be the intruder broke in and made this mess? Also, is that pink blood? Is this supposed to mean, is this Danganronpa? There's a huge mirror here. Never mind, who's laying over there? Let's go look at Manji. That's what I want to tap her on the shoulder. Okay, so I have to. It keeps saying, "Are you sure?" But let's move. Oh, both eyes have been engaged. I don't like looking at that. I'm gonna be sick. I shouldn't have looked. I don't care about corpses. Hurry up and call it the Manji. Ultra certain super chance. I think that if I try approaching right now, it just looks suspicious. Yes. I got no choice but to. You're going about this in the most suspicious way possible. First, you're at the Ministry of Security. Hey, I want to talk to you. I want to do all this. I want to do all this. And now you're here at a crime scene where they think they found a murder that's been gouging out over 100 people's eyes. And you're just calling out for her in the middle of an investigation, huh? Yeah, I think you're about to die. Look out. Oh, it's not. It wasn't at us. Is that her? Oh, ow. Ow, that. At least. Who the hell are you? Where'd you come from? This crossbow. Was that aimed at me? I'm gonna find you and kill you. Hey, perp, you better hide. Wait. Perp? I guess she thinks that I'm a criminal? Nephilim. Your interrogation begins as soon as I get back. Don't die until then. Stop. Wait. She's gone. Ray, are you okay? I have a crossbow on my arm. Can't believe you protect her. Me neither. I don't know what happened. My body just moved on its own. That person felt so much disgust towards her, but in the moment, I wonder if it was me as the founder before I lost my memory that made me do it. But Ray, she's the main culprit in your murder. If you're too kind, you'll end up destroying yourself one day. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we've already been destroyed once. Right? How are you feeling? Is there anything unusual with my body? Yes, I'm okay, but my head is really spinning. The wound isn't deep, so I think it'll be okay. Not that when the murder. What do we do if she gets attacked in this condition? Can't imagine Nephilim would go after Ray. Well, for now, Ray, just remember this. If anything happens, use the power. For now, use the power bestowed upon you. Hey, Ray, did you hear that? No. What the heck? Ray? What should we do when you find a way to revive? Oh, we're out of it. Ray, and this is. Oh, I don't like the pure black screen of all those glitchy effects now. And then like, okay, we have some text. Their voices are so far away, but now I can't hear them anymore. Am I still alive? Interrogation begins as soon as I get back. Don't die until then. I see. Until I get back to myself, I can't die. Huh? What? I really hope that's a motorcycle sound. Something's coming closer. I am not. No, I'm not having a good time. I'm not having a good time anymore. I'm not having a fun time. What do I do? They're gone. But now in a time like this, just remember this: if anything happens, use the power. I had the power bestowed upon me. Now is the time to use it. I'm not having a fun time. I'm not having a fun time. I don't like this. Please. Yeah, no, are we, but is this how we're using the power of revelation? And then it's gonna make us do this. I'm not having a good time anymore, man. I was vibing. Even though, like, everything that happened in the end of the Ministry of Justice brought all Mizuno eating and a bunch of others eating, like, including us at the end, actually. I'm not having a good time right now. I'm not having the best. Oh no. What's this? It's like I'm looking down on myself from above. Is this awesome? Oh. This is bad. I need to run. Can I defeat, control the player, escape without getting caught? Wait, hold on. Wait, I can't have no items. I can't open up the map. Alright. There's the escape. A fire shatter. If I can close this, I might be able to stop Nephilim. There's shadows on the stage to block Nephilim. Activating the temporary halted pursuit. Alright, now you should be able to follow me. Time to keep moving. Why does he want me dead? No way to show. I kind of want to figure out what happens if we get caught. I need to get further away. What the heck is going on over here? I'm not having a good time. I'm not having a good time. I'm not having a good time. No. Can you go any further than Nephilims right there? Oh, am I about to eat it? Oh no, it's gonna make me find out what happens if I'm gonna get caught, don't I? Oh, never mind. I just fell down and I'm now in the Amato build. I'm not. No. This is no longer a fun little silly Kodaka visual novel. This is horror. Where? I fell down the hole. Am I really still? I'm still inside the Yamato building. Where am I? I can't see Hiro Mikitoro either. Yeah, that thing is creepy. It's clearly not normal. You think? You think, right? Found a hole and I was lucky to escape. I feel like he's still nearby. I can't let my guard down until I get out. If I get caught, I'll definitely be killed. Anyway, let's get out of here. Which way is the exit? Investigate going out of the stage, find clues to escape. Be cautious of Nephilim's patrol. Oh, and I can't save? Oh, no. Check. An information counter. Is this a commercial area? What? There's a floor map. There's heaps of shops here, but it doesn't look like there's an exit. No exit. Who built this place? Let's look around for now. I need to find a clue to get out of here. Alright. So there's the whole map. What the heck is... Alright, I don't know if I see Nephilim anywhere. Let's check here. It's a dead end. If I try to force him away, the road may collapse. Let's find another way. Okay, I am not... I'm very scared. I don't want to go in there. Alright. Let's check this maybe. Shop shutters are closed. Alright, making a lot of noise maybe not be the best idea, right? It's shut tight. I give up on trying to go in. Alright, let's look on the map. Alright, so when I went over here, what is... Okay, so there might be actually stuff over here. What is with this creepy eye thing? What the? There's jar here, maybe it's for sale? But the water inside looks rotten. This shop is full of strange knickknacks. It's gross. I need to get out of here quickly. This place is very... Is that just a... I can't tell if that's a prop hand or like an actual hand. I mean, I kind of want to get a gumball. But why can I not get a gumball? Okay. Nothing really over here. Nothing over there of note. Oh, here's... It's an elevator. If I use it, I can get to the other floors. It's no good. Nothing happens when I push the button. It could be broken. Yeah, why did you think an elevator was going to work here? I'm gonna pretend I didn't see anything. I didn't need... This planter is filled with soil. There are vases here too, so maybe this is a flower shop. Good investigative work. I'm gonna have to... I wonder if this person was also killed by Nephilim. My thing is how do you get over here? Alright, and so construction, firm, and then what's above this? Bookstore? I don't know what is going... This place like a maze. Is it because of constant redevelopment? Maybe something like that. Alright, there is a thing over there. Alright, let's go. There are a lot of books here. I don't have time to read them all. That one will find me. I could just hide in this corner right here. Just read in this corner. You will never find me there. Alright, let's go look at the map real quick. Okay, so the area is down. Oh, there's a oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. This locker's jam-packed of all sort of stuff. Huh, there's someone there. Statue, so surreal. Oh, there is a statue in there. Wait, is it? Oh, that, yeah, that is a statue. The music is picking up, and that's what's making me worried. What the heck? It says caution. Now, that's just ironic. Oh, gumball machine. Oh, gachapon. I love gacha. I want to play some gacha. Alright, and so... What's over here? What is this place? It doesn't look like a shop. A storeroom, perhaps? Alright, and then what is... Okay, so that's a place to hide, I guess. That's a bit weird. The store's closing it. The statue's trying to welcome people in. It's quite sad. Alright. know there was a thing this way. Dead end. If I don't keep an eye on the map, I'll end up at a dead end. Be careful, if Nephilim corners me in a place like this, it'll be the end of the road. I know the moment I go over there, I'm gonna see him. I know the moment I do that, that's what's gonna happen. I guess I have no choice but to pretend I don't see anything. Oh no, I'm gonna have to. I know the moment I do this, he's gonna come out. According map, these stairs should lead to the second floor. But it's been blocked by a barricade. From now, let's explore this floor some more. Oh no, I know when I move around the floor some more, he's gonna be here. This was a mistake, choosing this route. This was a mistake. This was very much a mistake. All right. Where? Let me investigate this. Therapy, 24-hour reception. I don't want to have therapy in such a creepy room. I might need some therapy after all this. Wait, where it? That sound? The music? Oh, hi there. This is it's Nephilim. This is bad. Anyway, I have to run away. All right. Yeah, I knew this. I knew something like this was gonna happen. I need to try the shutter again. All right. Can't use the stairs from here on out. So where should I run to? Probably the safe thing. Oh, this is supposed to be a tutorial for it, I guess. Maybe if I hide in this locker, maybe I could just get by. You might want to go faster, Ray. Alright, where is he? Where is he? I know the moment I go out. I don't know if I'm supposed to go out already or not. I'll try going out. Alright, so it's not like I have to wait for him to go by. A few I managed to live, but if I keep highlighting this every time he spots me, he'll catch on eventually. There's no way I could defeat that monster. There must be some way to repel Nephilim. To repel him, there looks to be an item over... This is a page torn out of a notebook. Maybe it fell from somewhere when I was running from Nephilim in a panic. Right now, Nephilim's chasing me. This diary, was it written by a Nephilim victim? I'm frantically running, but it's no use. I can't get far with my injuries. But I haven't given up. There's still that method. The only way to drive Nephilim away is... There's no way to drive Nephilim away. A mirror. When you see Nephilim... I see Nephilim reflected in a mirror say, "Who are you?" 3 times. Then in a blink of an eye, Nephilim will retreat. I don't know if it's gonna work. Mirror, mirror, I don't have one on me. So the next step is to find one. Nephilim's weak to mirrors. Sounds far-fetched, but it's the only thing I can rely on. First things first, I need a mirror. I'm very scared about running into him. Alright. There's a notebook lying here. Something is written on the first page in red. We are the children of God. Where have I heard this phrase before? I mean, yeah, the heretic. Yeah, it's just a heretic from earlier, like spouting about how he's that. Something the heretic station called himself. Says the heretics diary, something on the next page as well. Nephilim is the first. I don't believe that. Writing goes on with words of worship, and I'm pretty sure Nephilim's return is the son that God will reappear. I'm pretty sure that the person that died must be a heretic. Nephilim will descend before those who seek the voice. It's almost as though the heretics treat... No, I think he's just a crazy person. I think he's just kind of crazy. Alright, let me head over here. Alright, so this dead end... Is that... Okay, that's like blue mist. I'm very scared about running into Nephilim again. Alright, let's try this. Magazine scraps are lying around. Why does the murder Nephilim gouge out both of the eyes of its poor victims? The reason is unclear, but some say it's searching for its own lost eye. Trying to replace its lost eye with someone else's? It's trying to just get the Sharingan. It needs the Mangekyo Sharingan, I think is how it's pronounced. It's a newspaper. This day seems to be quite old. Front page articles about Nephilim. Let's read a little. The first incident caused by Nephilim occurred long ago. 5 children stayed in an amusement park after closing time. They were found later murdered. Both eyes get pushed out. According to the testimony of one child who managed to escape. The culprit was wielding a jackhammer and dressed as the park mascot, Mr. Nephilim. It's the amusement park mascot. He was just a dude that like worked at an amusement park and just went kind of crazy and ended up just killing people and got kind of not roped into it because he is a psychopath, but roped into being looked at as bigger than he is by like the heretics and all that. He's just really just a crazy dude that worked at an amusement park. That's what I'm going with. It's said that when Nephilim appears before its victims, it's always in costume. And that's where the name Nephilim comes from. Since then, rumors state that if you stay past closing time, this Nephilim will get you. Several years passed and the amusement park was left abandoned. Now demolished, it's difficult to find any traces of the former amusement park. And yet, he continues to kill. Every day a new corpse is discovered believed to be the work of Nephilim. I pretty much searched this floor. It doesn't look like there are any mirrors here. I don't see anywhere that looks like an exit, so I'll try the second floor next. But how do I get up there? The elevator's out and the stairs are barricaded. If only I had some sort of tool that I could destroy the barricade. Okay, let's find a tool to do some destruction. Find a tool to break the barricade. Tool that might be able to tear down the barricade is an electric saw. Alright, let's give it a go. Very convenient that was here. Unusable on the stage can be found. Use them wisely to escape. Now, alright. Go back and then item. Alright. Please don't tell me he's gonna be over here. Alright. Break this down. We gotta break it down. Can I save yet? Oh, that is creepy. According to the map, my final looks like there's a closed door on this floor. If there's a closed door, there has to be a mirror. He might have just gotten rid of it if he was smart. Oh, I can't even save. Load. Okay, it looks like it auto saves me up here, like as soon as I get here. Oh man, this place is creepy. All right. This place is real creepy. I kind of want to see what happens if we get caught. What happens? Oh, I don't like this music either. This is disturbing. I don't like seeing that. Oh gosh, this was a bad idea. I regret a lot of things, and this is one of them. Where's my map? All right. I don't like this. I'm scared. Like this. Yeah, they definitely nailed the horror aspect of this very, very well. I'll say that much. I'm not handling it the best right now. Alright, elevator here too, but buttons still don't work. Seems completely broken. I just want to see what happens if we get caught. I just want to know what awaits me. There's a lot of people here. Why are there so many dead bodies here? Alright, which way? This is the way, I believe, to the exit, right? Or is this the stairs? That's the stairs we came up. And there's no other stairs. So I think I've searched around this place. I don't see any sign of him. This was a bad idea. This was a really, really bad idea. I'm glad I didn't do this last though, I'll say that much. But man, this is creepy. Oh jeez. Alright, let's just go to the clothing store, I guess. Alright, let me... There are bloodstains and scratches on this wall. Was it scratching me by Nephilim? Oh, this is... Where's the clothing store? Cause I'm afraid like they're not gonna have how last time they showed him a bit before he came about. I feel like they're not gonna do that every time. So this is the clothes store. Huh? The door's not opening. There must be... There's no keyhole, so it must be like some electronic security system. How do I disable the security system? I mean, I know about the security room. I was over there. Security room on the west side. Maybe I can find a way to disable the security there. Let's go. Alright. Wait. Why was there a sound of a door opening? Why was there sound of a door opening? I'm not tripping, right? Like there was a sound of a door opening and closing, right? Okay, let's just continue over here. This door is locked. What is that door that's opening and closing? Alright, I need it. Use the map to like try and guide me a bit. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, security room. So that's what I thought. He is just walking around. Oh no, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Alright, let's... How to disable security. The security release screen is now displayed. To disable it, all I have to do is enter the password. Enter alphanumeric password. Oh, what? There's a sticky note stuck here. Passwords to disable shop security have been sent to the respective store managers. So the only person who knew about the password for the clothes store was the manager. There's so many corpses on the floor, Nephilim killed so many people. Could the clothes store manager be among them? If they are, examining the body might lead me to find a clue about the password. I don't feel good about it, but I need to examine the corpses on the floor. Okay, so there's a... So it seems like every time I make progress in the story, I get a save. That is nice to know. Let's go figure out, I guess, what happens if I get caught. Let me check his body. So as Baton looks like he returns to the security room. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens if I do get caught. Oh. I was way too... Oh. Retry. Where does retry take me? Okay, right here. Let me see something, because he's like right out there. Is he gonna walk in here? Okay, so he does do checks there. Can you leave so I can walk out? Okay. Let's see, what? I've been going for almost 4 hours. I think I'm going to call it here. I am definitely going to make sure, I think in the next time I play this, I am going to do this all in one go, because I don't know if I could handle 2 days of this. I am not good with horror at all, in case you cannot tell. It is, it's definitely a bit creepy, to say the least. They definitely nailed the atmosphere of all this stuff and everything. I'm Yeah, no, I will play with my lights on and everything just to make sure I get the full atmosphere. But I'm not good with this at all. This is worrisome. I am scared. I'm a good bit scared. Well, I guess not scared is the wrong word. I'm a good bit creeped out right now. I will probably be scared doing this about some certain things. They definitely nail the atmosphere and everything about this. I give them credit. But no, the rest of the stream schedule should be posted here within a couple hours, and if not, probably around 2 CDT tomorrow at the latest. And for the next stream, it will be Tuesday. I know that much. And then for the next Shuten Order stream, that will be either Wednesday or Thursday. That's one of the things I'm busy currently deciding on when that one will be. And then from there, the rest of the schedule will be posted. And so you can either follow on Twitter. I think, like I said, I think links on YouTube are now clickable in the description. I think that it has finally resolved itself to where that is now a thing. If not, it should be soon at the very least. And then on Twitch, if you want to just hit the Twitter panel, that does just take you right to it, or the schedule thing will be updated within that. Whenever it's posted on Twitter, will also be updated there, and so you could just look there. But no, I am creeped the hell out, like very solidly creeped the hell out, and I will try and do all this in one go next time. Like this entire route in one go, because I don't know how much I could handle doing all this, given it's going to be really bad to be doing this. If I, let's say, go to like my Ministry of Science stream, like Techo, I went like 7-8 hours. If I'm like at 2 a.m. and I'm still doing it, I'll be beyond scared there. But thank y'all for watching and all this, and I guess I'll see you guys either, you know, Tuesday with the game I decide to stream then, or on Wednesday if you want to watch me probably shit myself. Anyway, I hope you have a great one and take care.